like a girl we went to school with,
Really,
but her name's Amanda White, and I was
really.
like, man, is that her? Does that really? It passes for her, man, but her name is Vicky.
Hey, you never know. She may have changed her
She might
name.
have changed her name. She might have got married. You know what I mean? Oh, I like that, Lance. How did you do
Oh,
that?
your banner is working.
Yep. I had to activate it, but now I don't see the chat.
Go to comments on the right side.
There it is.
Here, I
Got it.
just barely got the.
Judge Webb, what's going on?
Who's that?
Man, you
Judge
you see the
Webb,
comments before
Jeff.
I do. I don't see anything.
I don't see anything. Oh, there you go,
Oh, there we
Pentuco.
go. Man, my internet's running slow today, guys.
See Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. What's up, Kevin?
Yeah, he did some pork chops today.
Pentuco.
What's up, guys? Happy Mother's Day to all.
Absolutely.
Good evening, Jeff.
What'd you guys cook for Mother's Day?
I cooked. My wife wanted steak, so I done some sirloin steaks
Prime?
for us.
Was
Yeah.
it prime, fam?
Oh yeah, it was prime.
Yeah. My wife made. Well, we bought filet mignons, but
Yeah.
I didn't have time to cook them. But Tuesdays are days off, so I'm gonna go ahead and cook them up.
What's Kenneth saying? I called him Ken, right? What's he
No,
saying? I
you
should
called him. You called him Kevin.
Uh,
Sorry.
I was close.
Yeah,
Miss 805, what's up?
there she is.
Happy Mother's Day.
Maria Ramos. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, I
There's
see
Ron.
Ron.
Let me adjust this.
What's
Oh,
up,
you know,
Ron?
Ron, how are you, brother? Nice. I haven't done country style ribs yet on my channel.
Oh man,
I gotta do
I've
those.
done
Lance,
a
you did
couple.
this somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done them a couple times recently. I like them, man. There's Sal did them too. S.J. Cooks. They're just meatier, They're
Are they?
meatier.
Can you get them tender? I mean, you would have to braise them, right? Or no?
Um, I don't. I guess I don't really. I don't. I don't really know that I can say you get them tender, but I mean they're definitely edible. If anything, you got to make sure that they don't dry out on you. But um, I just cook them to temp and leave them alone.
Yeah. I think I would braise mine just to get them super tender.
You can braise them.
Even my brother.
Brother Steven, what's going on?
Yeah, well, that's what Kenneth's saying too. Braise them. You
Oh,
can braise them,
okay.
no problem.
Braise them in something. I don't know.
Last time I did some before, and I did them in apple juice and water, just dilute the apple juice.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
That turned out real good.
You can make birria tacos out of them.
So, Ron, I don't see you backstage, brother. Ron.
Come on, Ron. We want to see that face of yours.
Let's get over that stage fright.
He says he has I think a video coming out next week, and he came out from behind the camera. He said,
I've been there to Lucille's Barbecue. It's a good place. It's in Santa Clarita, I think. Well, there's one over here in Santa Clarita. That's a good place. They got some big old giant plates there.
"That's another good one there, Kenneth."
Yeah.
Actually, I just watched Kevin. He just did a little short video today, and someone sent him some oak smoked wine barrel pieces,
Oh yeah.
and
I saw that.
they were turned into pellets.
Wow.
So I'm curious to see how that turns out.
Mad Scientist did a video on that, and he said he didn't taste any difference. But
Yeah.
I mean,
I've had the Jack Daniels pellets before, and I couldn't really tell the difference either.
Tom's
Yeah.
Food Factory.
What's up, Tom?
What's going on, Tom?
So when you do it,
you can get the chunks of wood. I think that they would probably be a little better as
Yeah.
far as flavor wise, as long as that's what you're actually getting. That's the biggest problem anymore.
Yeah.
what about that new charcoal that's out? The flavored charcoal. I hear that's no good either. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the garlic season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see how it would be.
Why don't
I
you
could
just
be
throw your
wrong.
herbs in the fire and you get the same thing? You probably get more.
Maybe so.
What's up, Loderman? What is your
Loderman.
first name? I always replied to you as Loderman.
Yeah, me too. Loderman.
Maybe you want it that way. I think I've even looked on his videos to see if someone calls him by name, but
I
never
used to
seen
drive
one.
a loader at work too, man. They're a lot of fun. I'd take that name.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cousin Wayne. I got a cousin Wayne.
So do I.
Oh, maybe
You're
that
off
is
the
my
hook,
cousin
man. He's
Wayne.
cool.
Is that my cousin Wayne? I sent out a Facebook thing. I bet you that is my cousin Wayne.
Fist pump.
He likes Loderman.
I like Loderman.
Uncle Steve, how are you, sir?
Hey, Uncle Steve.
What's going on?
Put your sauce to use again. Yep, that is my cousin.
Yeah, I got a
What's up,
video
cousin
tomorrow.
Wayne? That's pretty cool.
I'll be using
Yeah.
Uncle Steve. I'll do another
Put your
comparison
sauce-
with Meat Church.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it myself. I'll probably do a comparison with Kenders. I'm thinking at some point in the future.
The
Yeah,
rubs.
I'll send you some rubs, fam.
All right.
I think George, you already have a video of comparison, don't you?
I do, but it's not gonna come out 2 weeks from now. I gotta do the rib collab that we're having.
Yeah.
I'm gonna film it tomorrow actually. And I'm gonna do the Sweet Baby Ray's and Uncle Steve's and see how that goes. For the spare ribs.
Cousin Wayne, that's pretty cool.
Throw him a kiss.
Hello, Jeannie.
Hello.
So
I got her.
what'd you guys cook today for Mother's Day?
I just cooked a platter of different types of meat, chicken,
Ron, turn your phone,
chorizo.
Ron.
Just random stuff.
Gotcha.
Little
Ron's on
Mexican
the
platter.
backstage, but he's sideways.
Uh-oh.
Throw 'em
Ron,
on.
can you turn your phone?
Yeah, I only use Kingsford as well. From North, what's his name again? North Texas Addicts? Kenneth?
Kenneth,
Kenneth,
yeah.
yeah, I thought so. What
Yeah, I
Uncle
did.
Steve say?
I hung ribs again, and for a second time, this time I chain linked 2 hooks, so I didn't have to worry about opening up the top and finding my ribs sitting in the bottom of the coal pot. And Uncle Steve, except for the base coat, I did use Texas rib, but I used that sweet and spicier, man. I'm telling you what, it's moving right on up to the top. I really like that. And I used the pig shake and topped it off with the sauce with no name.
I've been tasting his rubs, and man, let me tell you, man, they're just it's crazy. You know that one sweet dessert, I think it's called?
Yeah.
That one is you can literally put that on ice cream.
Yeah.
Like
That
people
one I
say.
haven't tried yet.
I did a glaze out of it yesterday I did a ham, but I didn't film it. And
It's like
damn,
trumpet
dude.
showed up. What's up, Trumpet? Ron, if you can hear me, you were in the back room, but I was trying to get you to flip your camera because you were sitting sideways.
Drunken Chef, Hugo, Trumpet, hello.
What's going on?
Uncle Steve says that's going to be tough. Nah, don't be surprised, man. Your rubs compete big time with Meat Church. Your ribs are way up there. For me, anyways. Yeah, he did make those bomb pork chops. Trumpet.
I haven't. There he is. He's back again.
Did some
I'm
chicken legs.
gonna bring him in, but he's gonna be sideways.
I can't wait to taste that no name sauce, Tom's Food Factory.
Why is he not coming on? Ron, you're
Yeah,
not
this is-
showing up, brother.
I did some chicken too as well, and they came out really good.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
So I see Ron in the backstage, but when I go to Adam, he's not coming up.
Well, if it's popping up and giving
It
him a
looks-
space, it's obviously on his end. Maybe his internet's not.
It looks like
running
it's
well.
buffering.
Yeah. He may need to reset his router or something. I don't know. Because I mean, it's giving him a slot. He's just not showing up.
Yeah.
Chico,
Ron, you
what
got
did you
good
make for
internet?
Mother's Day? Huh?
I was asking Ron if he had good internet.
Chuko, what did you do for Mother's Day? I know you cooked up a storm, I bet.
Some chicken legs on the Weber.
How about the Cosmos rub? Have you guys had it before? Is it pretty good?
I haven't tried that one before. I've
They
heard
say
it's
it's
pretty
pretty
good
good.
though. Yeah, I've heard the
A lot of good
same.
reviews on it.
Yeah.
I'm barely getting into the rubs. I was never a rub fan, but I'm getting into it.
I'm gonna try him again. I see him buffering now.
Yeah.
Oh, he jumped back out.
Yeah, it looks like an internet issue, I'm thinking.
What kind of burgers did you do, Drunken Chef? If you want to release that information,
He did a
he did that breakfast burger. I seen that.
breakfast sandwich this morning. I saw that.
Yeah.
Killer Bee.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one either. Killer Bee rub. Awesome for chicken. Yeah, I like it on the sweet side.
I want to try that one that Cosmos had. Was it a Heaven or apple glaze or something like that?
Yeah.
That sounds real good.
Yeah, Kenneth said, drop that link. He'll jump in for a drink. I can give you a cheers.
So Lance, were you as impressed with these ribs as the last time you done it in the barrel?
John, did we talk? There you go, Kenneth. I think I did that right. No, John, I wasn't. Taste-wise, yes. But I tried something different, and I really wish I didn't. I used a duck fat as a binder instead of the mustard, just playing around, trying something different, and it made the ribs sort of oily.
Really?
But even when I started the video, I wasn't happy with the ribs after I opened them up. What's up, Alton? After I opened them up, I wasn't happy with them.
Really?
To begin with, they really weren't meaty or anything like that.
Let me put Uncle Steve on ease. Your rub won. Your rub won against me, Church, and it was easy to figure out, man. Your rub has way more seasonings. I don't know what it has, but it has way more flavor than me, Church. I was blown away. But you took that one. You took number one for that one. And tomorrow I can't wait to try your no sauce against my sweet baby Rays. So I'm excited for that one.
I can breathe now.
It's all honest reviews, man. That's what it comes down to, you know.
Well, it has to be. You know, it's you're representing
Yeah,
his product at the same time you're representing your channel. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I was leaning towards Meat Church because I've had Meat Church for a little while that I had it, and I thought nobody can beat this guy. You know, I mean, he has good stuff, the Dogfather. But I was blown away, man. You know, it was good. My wife says like, "Damn, where'd you get this?" And I got that box that came through the mail. That's where it came from. So, so you better
I see
say
Ron.
this.
I see Ron trying again. I see it got no picture, Ron.
I'm gonna start calling Alton a ninja with all them knives he got the other day. Did y'all see
I'm
that?
telling you, man.
No, I didn't get to see it. Did I miss it?
He got
Damn.
a
Did he put a video out?
no, he just done a picture, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, so you wouldn't have seen it. It was on social media, but yeah,
yeah. Oh, social media. Yeah, I don't got no social media.
he got a kitchen full of knives.
Did it look like the Guga's kitchen?
just about.
Yeah. Dal Strong, if you're listening, hook us up with some knives.
Exactly. If they have any left.
Yeah, Meat Church is great, man. My daughter only bought me 5 of them. One of them, the one I used on the chicken, was just a little too salty for me. But Uncle Steve's, man, blew it out of the water, and that's what won for me. The Uncle Steve wasn't too salty, and Meat Church was a little too salty for me.
All right,
I don't think I mentioned it in the video, but that's the
might have
reason.
Ron this time. He's not coming up for some reason. I can see him clear as
It's an
day.
internet service for sure.
It looks like he's froze up. You take him out, bring him back in. Ron, I think there's something going on with your internet, brother. I can see you, but you're frozen position. You're not doing anything, and it'll make room for you, but it will not bring you up onto the live screen. I don't know if you can hear me now, if he's at this point where he can hear me or not.
You know, I didn't know that Del Strong had pots and knives until Smoking Joe put it on his channel. And those pots and pans look pretty heavy duty to me.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Yeah, I think Alton got some too. I've seen it on his channel.
Well,
They look nice.
when we get sponsored, I'll be throwing it out there too.
Who's this for? Is this for John, maybe?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Trumpet, you need to use that Meat Church on some chicken. I don't know what Meat Church you have, but you got to give it a shot.
Yeah, Ron is steadily trying, but he just. There he is.
There
Got
we
you
go.
this time.
Ron, my brother Ron, they sent that.
And I got feedback. Are you there, Ron? Move your head for me, Ron. I'm not sure you're not froze up.
He can't hear us.
Looks like he's froze up again.
He is.
Ambassadors, is that like part of the team of Del Strong or what?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what you call it, ambassador?
Yeah.
I'm ambassador for Fire Cups. He called me up and said I was ambassador for Fire Cups. And I was like, yeah, whatever that means, I'm down.
How do you get rid of the comments?
Click it twice.
Just click on them.
Ron, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm speaking for him. Hey, yo, Lance, what's up?
He's just
He's froze up.
he's just being shy right now.
Yeah. Ron, I think you froze up, brother.
How's the weather over there for you guys today?
It probably got up to about 80 here today.
Yeah, same here in the 80s. It got a little warm.
Yeah. I'm certainly not looking forward to what's coming.
Oh, there we go. Took a talk of something.
There's Kenneth.
Yo, room for one more? Absolutely.
Kenneth,
What up?
Kenneth.
what else?
Cheers, Kenneth.
Ron, we had him for a second.
Miserable here in Central Texas. Really?
What's happening, everybody? What y'all up to?
Chilling.
Nothing much, just chewing the fat.
Hey, man, that's what a relaxing day like this is for, right?
It is.
We got Dogfather in here. What's going on, Alton?
Ron's here again for a split second.
Sponsorship? Is that when they send you stuff through mail?
You guys are these ones, how do it come to be?
I got the meat stick. It was
You
a
know.
big fail, too.
Yeah.
There it is. What's up, boys?
What's up, my brother?
Joey.
Chilling.
Where's
Chilling.
Liv?
I am freaking chilling, man.
Oh man, the man, the myth, the legend. What's happening? What's
Happy
up,
Mother's
man?
Day, boys. It's a good time out there. It's a good time. Time to let the women go do their women crap, and we can, do our guy stuff. Shit.
I already did my cooking, so I'm over here. I'm just gonna be drinking for the rest of the day.
Well, yeah.
Me too.
It's smoke 30 over Joe Edible's house. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't know. I'm not really sure if I've ever seen you and it wasn't. I just
That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, it's not like I don't do this every second of the day. I mean,
That is true.
Ron, I got to remove you, buddy. I got nothing out of you.
dude. So
Yeah,
Joey,
remove him and then he'll come back in.
what do you think
Yeah.
about those quarterback moves over there where you're at, bro?
Check your internet,
I like
Ron.
it. I like it, man. I mean, assuming there's no, egregious suspensions and whatnot. I mean, even then, it's still built in. I mean, it's you gotta play to win, and you get the best guy out there. I mean,
You
Deshaun
think Johnny's
Watson
gonna
really
stay
better
with
than
you?
what's that now?
You think Johnny's staying?
Johnny.
Isn't it? No, y'all. Man, y'all's quarterback.
Oh, Baker.
Baker. I'm thinking Johnny Manziel.
Oh no, Baker will be.
Same guy. Same guy.
Same thing, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Poor Johnny Manziel is Baker, but like I mean, they got him on the books for $18 million. What'll happen is in spring training, in like training camp or whatnot, one of these quarterbacks will go down on another team and they'll trade for the Browns guy. I mean, it's inevitable.
You'll get somebody for him still. You'll get somebody for him.
Oh yeah, they're not going to panic and just drop him because if they cut him, some other team will sign him tomorrow at a ridiculously discounted rate. We can still get something out of the guy,
Yeah, y'all said Dogfather's in here. I gotta let him know what these Mavs did. He said, "Congrats to our Mavs." Yeah, me and him got like a ongoing back and forth thing. He's a Lakers fan, and I like to give him trouble, and he likes to give me trouble. So
Okay.
What's up, Casting Q?
In the house, what's
Oh,
going on? Justin?
Alton's asking for the link also.
Yeah,
It's in there.
Post it.
it's out there.
It's in the chat up at top.
There he goes, right there.
Now it's a party.
Yes, sir.
Hey yo,
Yo.
What's up, man?
hey, can y'all hear me?
We
Mm-hmm.
can hear you.
You good?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing? Congratulations to the Mavs on a big win today. Got it evened up 2-2. I see you.
Man, that was I'm happy about it, man. But
Trying to get my audio situation straightened out here
I'm
right
going
quick.
right back to Phoenix, and that ain't easy. So I'm not so happy about that.
Yeah, Ron says he'll try back in a few.
Fellas.
Yeah, he would come up, but he would you could tell he was froze up.
Yeah,
Yeah, those internet issues. It had to be.
some kind of connection there on his side.
All right,
Yeah.
can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
You sound great.
sound
Al.
like butter.
All right,
Sound like a radio host, like a professional radio host there.
that's right. And remember,
That voice for the
Tippy
YouTube, man.
said,
Ooh,
hey,
Tippy
Firefox
Waitress.
to the center stage. Firefox to the center stage.
yeah, I told you.
Man,
On the main stage, we have Crystal leading on the main stage. Apologies if anybody's kid's named Crystal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a joke. What do you want to say?
We got
Don't pay somebody dial 7 with their voice after.
Hey man, it is what it is, bro. Hey, but if you didn't hear me, Kenneth, I was having some audio issues here a little while ago. But hey, man, for real, congratulations to your Mavs, dude. They played an excellent game today, and made Phoenix look pretty pathetic. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not a CP3 fan, so if they lose, it will not hurt my feelings.
My big thing is like we gotta keep them in foul trouble early, man, and that's what we did. That's got to keep them in foul trouble early. Otherwise, they got way too much firepower that we're not gonna really do a lot with. So we kept CP3 off the floor in the fourth. You know, like it's
that fool couldn't keep his hands out the cookie jar today.
Yeah, yeah, but I gotta say also they were selling those fouls. I mean, they were they were selling.
It was both ways, man. It was both ways. I'm so sick and tired of watching these NBA players flop around on the damn ground like soccer players. It's just getting annoying, dude.
Luka's one of the worst about it. So
you're,
just like,
you're a Lakers fan.
They'll complain too.
Who, me?
LeBron
Luka.
James.
Bro, wait. Let me correct you right quick. I am a Lakers fan. I'm not a LeBron James fan. I've been rolling with the Lakers since the 80s, dude. So
I got you.
That's
also
why
LeBron.
I don't like LeBron James being in the uniform. But if he's there and he's performing, okay, cool. Same thing. I didn't like Kobe.
You didn't like Kobe?
So is LeBron? You think
LeBron's a guy who's hated by like every place he played. I mean, nobody likes the guy. Like, there's nobody in Cleveland likes the guy. Nobody in LA likes the guy. Nobody in Miami likes the guy. Like, what's up with this guy?
I mean, the dude is a baller. He's a straight up baller. I will give him his credit.
Oh yeah, he's one of the top 2 players of all time. But the man is a crybaby. He is a straight up crybaby, dude. Oh my goodness. God bless his skills. Like, God, he whines so much. Like, whines all the time.
It's like I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram.
Scotty, my brother.
These players in the league today could not play back in the day. You know, they cry about everything, and the officials in this whole stopping everything to see if it's a flagrant. Oh my gosh, come on, man!
Yeah, I'd love to see LeBron drive the lane on BLM beer and see what happened.
He can't do it anymore. No. Maybe like 5 years ago. He can't do it.
Man,
can't do it. Hey,
I don't know.
The thing about LeBron, it's just not his game anymore.
No, but you know what? LeBron actually has the size to take that abuse. Now, whether or not he can handle it, that's a whole other subject.
You know what I loved today in the Mavs game, Luka. I mean, again, it's a mismatch, and either works for him or doesn't. But today, mismatching against CP3, he was bodying him, and CP3, he doesn't want to be banged. He doesn't want nothing to do with that.
Dude, Luka had to get him back for the other night because CP3 made him look bad, dude.
Him and Booker.
Yeah. And you know, Booker, he gets his points and everything, but I swear, dude, it's real quiet. You know, you look at the box score later and you're like, dude, he scored how many?
He's a Chris Paul 2.0, bro.
Yeah. I like him because he doesn't do all the antics that CP3 does. You know, CP3 is, in my opinion, and I know it doesn't hold water, you know, but in my opinion, CP3 is kind of a dirty player. You know, but that's just my opinion.
But he's also got very good at getting away with what he does.
Yep.
You know?
He knows how to do what he's doing, when he's doing it, and where. You know, and if that's what, you know, makes his game what it is, hey, kudos to him. That dude don't need to listen to anything I gotta say. He's been in the league for many years. He's been successful as hell. So
didn't he just turned 37? Yeah, I just watched that video. I just watched that video like about maybe an hour, 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Beef ribs look bomb, man.
Yeah, Scotty, he did some ribs, man. They look freaking money.
I've been trying to decide what I want to do this week. I got some beef ribs and some pork chops and some other things. I'm like, dude, what am I gonna cook?
I got my upcoming video this week's gonna be on some Wagyu beef ribs.
There you go.
Nice.
Yep. So somebody on NTBA on the Facebook group, Six Brothers Beef gave out a rack that I'm gonna cook, and they're gonna pick them up, so they don't even have to do anything. And so they're gonna get the Wagyu ribs. So I got to do that, but I'm gonna make a video. Might as well do a little bit of both, right?
Might as well.
Yeah, get your money in.
Hey, I could jump off, guys, because I got another show I want to watch at 8 anyway. Thanks for having me up, Sleep. Appreciate it, guys.
All right.
I know dogs aren't welcome, but tomorrow I got Tommy Chong coming on. So if you guys are bored at 3:00 Eastern, watch Tommy Chong tomorrow on the show. It's gonna be a
Nice.
banger, man.
What time? What time again?
3 p.m.
3 o'clock
Eastern.
Eastern.
Gotcha.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on, man.
See you later,
Thanks,
bro.
Bro, say you do.
All right, for
Be
sure.
Hi, Jay.
So I guess you sold me on it, man. I'm gonna have to pull those beef ribs out. I got a rack from
Bro, don't
Midland.
show me up or nothing, man. I'm just.
Oh, no. Hey, it'll be a couple
Space
days
that
before
out.
I finish.
Man, you know, like give it like 2-3 weeks. Let me get
Oh,
mine,
dude.
man. Let me get.
You know what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to film some stuff when I'm feeling, okay to do it. Because this weekend, dude, today it's been a rough day, but I feel like I can probably film it Tuesday or Wednesday. And probably what I'm going to start doing is just kind of filming them, and I'll edit them when I get to them, dude. And then just
have
kind of
them kind
stockpile.
of like stocked up and then edit how you can, chip away at it.
Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm targeting August 1st to be back to my new normal.
Yeah.
We finished chemo, I think June 15th, somewhere around in there, middle of June.
Yeah.
We'll be finished with chemo.
That's awesome, man.
Then a month later, I think it's June 8th or July 18th or so, we're gonna go on vacation. Got a couple of weeks we're gonna be spending on cruise ships. Do a
Nice.
couple of
That's
back-to-back
well
cruises.
deserved.
We just get the hell out of here, dude. Stay away from doctors. Stay away from getting poked and prodded. Medicines.
I
And
missed
then
my
when we
invite,
come
bro.
back, it'll be back to my full schedule, I think, with work, and try to do this, get this, rolling, and start rolling out the videos. So that is the plan. Hopefully everything stays on track. Hopefully we don't have any pitfalls between now and then. So that's what we're going to try to do.
So,
Hey, Alton, you're a full-time YouTuber? Alton,
I'm sorry, say again?
you're a full-time YouTuber?
No, sir. Man, my cojones aren't big enough to go ahead and pull the trigger on that one. Not just yet.
Okay.
I kind of gotta, and I mean, I don't take this for granted. I don't mean for this to be just, whatever, but I mean, Kenneth knows, dude, we were rolling here for a while and we were gaining, 5, 6, 7,000 subs a month.
Damn.
And now, and I've been very fortunate to be away from, I think I've uploaded one video since November, that I did once we started treatment. And we're down to, 3,300 subs, which is crazy amount of subs. Do not get me wrong. I don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
But, where we were and where we're at is just two different, plateaus. So I kind of want to see if we can kind of get back.
Consistency is key, man. And I mean, there's a lot of YouTube channels. You've seen it, and you enjoy what they do, and then they just drop, but it's not like you just drop because you don't want to. So right when you get back to it, man, you'll be consistent again, and that's what it takes.
Dude, and you know what? Honestly speaking, dude, if this is the new norm for the channel, I'm fine with it. Because we had the way that my channel blew up, dude, it's not the norm. It doesn't happen like that for everybody. So I've been fortunate. I'm good, and I like what I'm doing. So as long as we can get back to doing what we like doing, and we have fun and meet people like you guys, and just have that camaraderie in our barbecue fam, I'm all good, dude.
Yeah.
That's like me and you were talking the other day, man. I just I enjoy all the people that I've actually got to be like involved with, and like food brings people together, so there's no other way to say it.
Absolutely, dude. I went out yesterday. We had I don't know if you guys are familiar with Smoke Game Strong. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, I'm telling you now, check this guy out. He's
I'm
an
literally about to right
entertainment.
now.
He's an entertainment type channel. It's not an educational channel, but Smoke Game Strong put on an event yesterday at Indian Springs Ranch. We went out there with my brother Mike from Sierra Wood, and we did chicken fajitas, and we had a blast out there, man, just hanging out with everybody, cooking. We were out there, of course, with representing Backline Fabrication, my man Ryan Newland, and we had one of his 3-in-1 cookers out there that he made for Sierra Wood. And so that thing, we had a setup to have a bracero on one side, a grill in the middle, and a plancha on the left. And so we were basically breaking down coals, grilling up the chicken,
Man,
getting them over to me at the cutting station. I'm cutting stuff up. They got the tortillas on the plancha, and we were putting, throwing down tacos, dude. We had a great time out there.
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, take a minute, Dr. Roof. I see him backstage. Don't know. who
Mojo,
you
how are you, brother?
Grilling.
Hey, I'm doing awesome, you guys. I just wanted to show off something I just got. It's not one of my smokers, but it's the pizza oven from Blackstone.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
you got the pizza. Wow.
So,
I still need
I
I still need a pizza cooker, man. I
Me
don't
too.
have one.
well, you guys, honestly, I would love to have a stick burner, for a pizza oven, because that's the only way to go, really. If you have like $4,000 and you want to get a nice one.
Hey, man, that looks like
Well,
a quick answer to an awesome pizza to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be nice.
But
But
I'll tell you what, that pizza attachment for the Weber kettle is pretty damn good too. I still use that.
oh
I, ha-
yeah,
I,
we
I
have
still
one for the
I have
weapons.
it. I still haven't used it. I really need to.
Oh, dude, it works really well.
Mojo, don't you have to upgrade like a 20-pound tank or something if you use that?
Well, you should have you just have the 5 pound, the 5 gallon, whatever you call them. Yeah, small tank's fine. I mean, normally they have those little 1 pounders, but no, it's on the 22 inch. I mean, dude, I got all kinds of freaking stuff out here. So it's nice. Dude, you guys, I'm excited. But I'm telling you, man, that stick burner for those, man, they're sweet. They're like $4,000. Oh, I'd love to cook on them, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to get some stuff for that Bayou Classic Cypress ceramic egg I have, but because it's an oddball,
yeah.
I can't find applications for it.
Oh, you got the
That's
LG
not-
behind you. I see you. I got one of those. Nice. My Louisiana Grills, brother.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Hopefully
This
this
guy's
week I'll
okay.
get a barbecue
Like
boulevard
Traeger.
put back together and get all those grills back there so I can get the Kamados out.
Yeah. I got the Traeger, and then I've got that set up over there.
That's
Nice.
a nice little relaxation area right
Absolutely.
there, man.
So,
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
is that? I see you have a pergola there. Do you have polygal, like a polygal covering, or is it screen
Oh, you're talking about which one are you talking about?
over your ceiling?
Oh, up here. Yeah, yeah.
So, what is that? An actual polygal, or is that glass, or what is that?
Yeah, it's that hard flat plastic stuff or whatever.
Okay, yeah. I actually put that on my pergola, and it works out really well.
Oh, it's pretty amazing. But I'm going to tell you this: I cleaned it today, so I have pine trees, and it's not fun cleaning, man. But
No.
I did it before the summer.
Well, you know what? I just had it redone because we had a really bad hailstorm last year.
Oh wow!
And so they came out and redid my entire roof, and they redid the polygal and everything.
Oh, nice.
So it's all fairly new. But what I do really like about that is it diffuses the light pretty well. So when you're actually filming under there, it's not that harsh light.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's nice. It does have a little tint to it.
Yeah.
But when it's bright sun straight up on it, yeah, the lighting's pretty rough, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
so it doesn't like exaggerate the heat, the sun rays coming through it or anything.
Well, I live in the Pacific Northwest, so it's
You're in
it's
Seattle,
always
right?
raining or cold, or the hottest. I might get 100, maybe a week. And that's it. But mainly in the
It was
80s.
real hot today right here, man.
I was gonna We just hit 98, I think, today.
Man.
Oh, no way.
I used to
Damn.
like you
That's
asked me
warm.
last year. Give me 98 degrees. This year, I'm like, no, I don't want none of that.
No. Well, what makes it bad is having that humidity creep in with it too.
Yeah. This
Y'all
whole
don't
hit
weekend
get,
felt like it was
54.
going to rain and really didn't. And then it
Yeah,
just
y'all don't
got,
get that Bama
extra
humidity.
Yeah. Who's in Alabama?
Me.
Yeah, so
Right here. Yeah.
that's where we want to move in about a year and a half.
Oh,
We're
wow.
going to retire. We're going to go out that way. My
Any
brother
idea
has
what part?
120 acres. I'm excited to go to the south. I know it's going to be rough, but it'll be all right.
It takes some getting
What's
used
up,
to.
Anthony?
Yeah.
I just
Fire
put this
cups.
out,
Yeah,
I
baby.
just put this out on the NTBA group, so I don't know if people hop on and didn't do an event or anything, but I shared it on there.
Nice.
Sweet. I'll tell you what I want to do, man.
NTBA people in here.
I want to go
Happy
visit
Mother's Day,
Sleeper's
T.
little
Marie.
barbecue store there.
Do
I
it.
look over your shoulder, Lance, and I'm like, dude, I just want to come shopping over there right quick.
For real. Every time.
The kitchen.
I'm like, I thought I had a little collection going over here. My man Lance over there looks like he got a barbecue store for real.
It's just one deep, though. It's just one deep.
That's a big one deep.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know what's funny is I pulled all. I have another cabinet in there, just full of seasonings. And what I had done, I don't know if y'all can even see this because I got lights and stuff in the way back here, but I got all my shelves back here, and one whole side over here on the right side, my right, is all seasonings. Seasonings and rubs and whatever.
Right.
And it's funny because every time my boys come over, I'm like, all right, tell you what, anything on these shelves, do y'all go through, take whatever you want, take it. They'll come grab stuff. They walking out of here 10, 12 bottles deep. And I go back over to the other cabinet and I go back fill everything. And I'm like running out of room over there, man. I'm like,
I had people over for my birthday yesterday. I'm like, look, man, I can't go through all this. I can't go through all this. Like,
exactly.
I can't do it.
Hey, if you hurting that bad, I can shoot you my address.
Hey, bro, send it to me. I'll send you some stuff.
But what's good about it is I'm exposing them to stuff they've never seen before.
Yeah,
like I've got friends that saw Uncle Steve stuff and they're like, "Oh my God, dude, I need to order this stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, you do. It's some good stuff." And they're like, "Well, when you start giving away Dow Storms, let me know." I'm like, that's not gonna be today, and tomorrow ain't looking good either.
Plus, like you said, most people. I mean, even though we all think being heavily involved in barbecue that everybody's heavily involved in barbecue, but like you show them one of these seasonings, like I had a customer stop by that he couldn't pick up a turkey leg at the food truck, and I was like, "That's cool. You live like 10 minutes down the road. Swing by the house. I'll have it there." And I sent him off with like a couple bottles of stuff, and he was like, "Holy crap, dude!" He told me, he was like, "I've been messing around with this stuff at Walmart."
Kenneth, you said it was your birthday yesterday?
Everybody knows about it,
Yeah, that's right, man. My man Kenneth had another birthday.
Happy birthday, man!
Happy birthday,
man! Got another year older.
Yeah,
21 years young.
Man,
that's another year of experience.
Only if I shave, Only if.
Hey,
I don't even
ones are
shave
born in May.
man. I got no facial hair, man. My brother's got it all.
That's like one of my boys said, and I'm gonna steal it from him. I told hm I was gonna steal it when he said it, but I said, "Man, all these gray hairs, I earned every last one of them."
Oh, I got a ton of gray hair. Shit, no doubt.
I got more gray hair on my head. I don't got any gray on my face yet.
That's why
That's why I gotta keep it cut.
I got no gray.
Well, I'll tell you what. Did we see one gray hair dude? They start coming in like wildfire.
That's true.
Yeah, they do. My wife used to yank them out one by one, and before you know it,
somebody else.
I'm gonna get another drink real quick.
Yeah. Hey, take care, Casey. Hey, you guys take care, and let somebody else come up here and have a fabulous week, guys. Happy Mother's Day,
man. Great chatting to you, man. Fire up that pizza, man. Get some pizza on for us.
Oh, you better believe it.
I want a margarita. Margarita pizza.
Hey Mojo, tell the missus Father's Day's coming up and get you that stick burner.
Baby.
Oh yeah.
It worked for John.
Yeah, a lot of work, man.
Hey, you know what pizza I made before, and a gal asked me to do it was gumbo pizza, and I pulled it off and made gumbo pizza.
That's different.
Really?
That sounds good.
I'd like to see a video on that one.
Yeah, there's a video out there on that. I have one. So you guys take it easy, man. Have a good week.
You too,
man. Good talking to you. Be safe. Gumbo pizza. Wow,
Gumbo
that's
interesting, huh?
Hey, so I asked you guys a question. I don't know if y'all had seen it. I typed it earlier when Jorge, you had said, to Dowstar, hey, if you're listening. So the question I have for you guys is, do you guys have sponsorships? And if so, how did they come about?
When you say sponsorships, is that when they send you free stuff or
No, I mean people that you work with, whether it be seasonings or barbecue accessories or whatever. People, you'll end up working with companies where they'll send you rub and you put it in your videos and advertise for them, that type of thing. They'll keep it stocked. Have you guys gotten in on any of those types of deals yet?
I have the Meat Stick Eggs. Have an affiliate link with them.
Okay, good deal.
And they just reached out to me on Instagram and
Sweet.
Said they send it and I have to do a review on it and gave me affiliate link. So that's the only one I have right now.
Sweet, dude. Sweet. That's a fantastic start, though, man.
Anything's a good start.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I got the Meat Stick X, and then I got this other thermometer.
Thermopro?
Fire Cups.
Ah.
Fire Cup sends me free stuff, and then Uncle Steve shot me a box.
Nice.
15, 20 rubs.
Uncle
You
Steve
know?
is fantastic, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
I
put him
mean,
up.
I mean, I think like
Jack, you're
literally,
muted.
the spicier is or spicier is good, but like I love that Gator shake, dude. I love the
Yeah.
Gator shake.
Try the Gator shake. Would that be good on ribs? I'm doing ribs tomorrow. Spare ribs.
So I think so, man. Because like yesterday, I had a birthday get together and I did lemon pepper garlic ribs, and it was awesome. And I mean, I know it's not exactly the same, but it's a citrus and like a
Yeah.
pepper and a. I think it would be awesome.
Hey, you know what's another one that is good on is popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Really?
Dude, popcorn is a food group around here. I don't care what anybody
That's
says.
what Rick, specialty Rick said. It was good on
Yeah.
popcorn. Yeah.
Another one that's really good from Uncle Steve, if you hadn't gotten it yet, is the dessert shake. That stuff is
Oh,
like
yeah.
crack.
I made
That's
a-
crack in a bottle, dude.
Man.
You can put that on ice cream. I tasted it
Yeah.
yesterday.
Oh,
I
yeah,
made a
yeah.
ham. I made a glaze for a ham.
Yeah.
And man,
You know
that
what's-
was money.
We did we were at one of those
Gator
Smoke Game
shake on
Strong
sand,
events.
I agree, trumpet for sure.
So one of our friends that was at the Smoke Game Strong event, he did cinnamon toast crunch ribs.
Oh,
And
damn.
so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to try that. We came
Me
back
too.
and we pulled out the Uncle Steve's dessert shake, and we used that on ribs.
Wow.
You know, we smoked
That
up the
sounds
ribs, and then we got some cinnamon toast crunch cereal, and basically we kind of crunched it down or whatever, and
Yeah.
crumbled it up a little bit and used it as a garnish on top of those ribs, and it was really good.
Wow.
You can
Very
actually
different.
buy cinnamon toast
Yeah.
crunch cereal shake like by
Absolutely.
itself now. You don't have to make it anymore.
Yeah, and I've
What are
seen
you
that.
doing,
I've
Kat?
seen
I
that.
haven't seen that.
Kat, I'm
There you
sorry,
go,
you're
Kat.
new to me.
I saw the name. So how are you, Kat? I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever met you before, but
I don't think I've
I
ever
know
been
you.
either.
TBA.
Oh, is it NTBA?
Yeah, I'm good.
Ah,
How are
okay.
you guys?
Good, we're great.
Good.
Yeah, and actually, our friend that did those cinnamon toast crunch ribs, he actually had the cinnamon toast crunch, the powder.
Wow.
I didn't have any, and when I tasted it, I was like, dude, this tastes like kind of similar to dessert shake from Uncle Steve's. Let me try it with that, and it actually came out pretty good.
Yeah, that Uncle Steve is money.
So
Yeah.
somebody that y'all probably saw it, but Baby Back Maniac's last video where he was trying to encourage people to do things.
Yeah, I seen
Kat
it.
is one of those people. Like I'm always like, oh, I'm just drinking this coffee, and she's like, bam, I did this with this coffee. You like, I'm like, oh. She's like, oh, you had Brussels sprouts with bacon and
Oh.
balsamic vinegar. She's like, bam, I did this. I'm like, you need to be a creator. You need to be-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those my brown sugar bacon Brussels sprouts are. I have so many people who are like, oh, I don't like Brussels sprouts, and then I'm
Yep.
like, yeah, that's because you haven't had mine, and then they eat them and they're like, oh my god, you
Dude,
put
that's how
brown
you get 'em
sugar on
addicted.
bacon on something. You can put brown sugar on bacon on dog shit, and I swear to God, people would eat it.
I just did a video of asparagus, but it was a cream cheese and bacon wrap. They were really good.
Oh, that looked good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That looked real good, Lance. I've never seen that done before, but I want to give it a shot. It looked good.
That cream cheese just takes that smoke, man. It just adds another flavor to it. It's just awesome. Awesome.
We did.
Nice.
So we just I just had the smoker going, and I'm like, hey, I did a pork butt and I did a rack of ribs and like 20, 30 stuffed peppers. And I'm like, whoever wants to bring something on, just throw it on the smoker. I mean, we hung out. There was fireworks. May or may not have been fireworks shot last night. And
In case there's any law enforcement watching.
I woke up at the end of the driveway. I was like, "That's right, we did do that." We did do that.
So wait, we heard about the cream cheese and then the dessert shake or whatever it's called. And I actually not too long ago was like, I see all of these savory smoked, cream cheeses, and I want to do a dessert one. I like with the cinnamon toast crunch shake on it or something.
I
Yeah.
think that would be bomb. Yesterday, that's what they did. They did cream cheese, but with raspberry chipotle glaze. And
Yeah.
that's
See,
just
that would
like,
be good,
dude,
but I want
don't even need these
something I
ribs.
could.
I don't need this pulled pork.
Yeah, I think you're trying to make like a dip though, right?
Yeah, we were. Just
Yeah, I want to
dipping
do
the
something.
crackers.
I want to do something I could dip like some Teddy Grahams into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that looks good.
I mean,
Sounds
smoked
good, like
cream
you said.
cheese with the dessert shake in it.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a winner right there.
that's
Yeah.
money.
I've done
You could
smoked
probably-
cream cheese with
Wow.
cinnamon
Told y'all,
and then
y'all
put
need to
blueberry
retire
on it.
now because Kat just come.
I'm curious about maybe adding a little molasses into it. Get a little molasses
Ooh.
into it there, some backstrap. Or what is it? It's blackstrap or backstrap, whatever it's called.
It's blackstrap.
Blackstrap,
Backstrap
there
is
you
a
go.
piece of meat.
Right. Once I
I'm
said it,
talking
I thought about it. I was
venison.
like, wait a
I'm
minute,
talking
that's not right.
venison.
Hey, but we could put some blackstrap on a backstrap.
That's all I'm thinking. We could put
We
some
could.
blackstrap in that too. We could do that too.
There's no rules to cooking, man. You just kind of do whatever you feel.
So again, Kenneth, I see C8 or KAT.
It's KAT.
It's cat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's short for Catherine.
Yeah, no, I know. I
You have a
actually
cooking
met
channel, or?
her. I met her. She always tuned into my lives and everything. And then she's on North Texas Barbecue Addicts, and I got to meet her for the first time at my food truck. Right, it was the first time we ever met in person. At the food truck, and we got to while they ate, I chilled and hung out with them. And I mean,
Nice.
She was at the steak competition, and then she's coming to the what is it, the Reckless Kelly one?
Yeah, and then the
Being handed cheese. Hold on.
the barbecue festival over in
The Taste
wherever
of
it
Dallas.
is. Yeah.
Taste of Dallas
No,
also.
I'm not doing Taste of Dallas.
No, then you are. That is the Reckless Kelly one. Then
Okay.
I got recently asked to barbecue at a Reckless Kelly concert, and Kat's gonna come chill with us.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, Troy hit it on the head, man. We got to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yeah, happy
Hopefully
Mother's
everybody's
Day.
having a fantastic Mother's Day, and hey, enjoy your mothers.
Oh, absolutely.
Mothers make the world go round. I don't care what Freddie
Absolutely.
Mercury said.
Oh,
You're
absolutely.
steady being handed cheese, and I'm like, how did I get this job?
Man, is that a White Claw you on there?
What?
Are you drinking a White Claw?
Happy
man.
Mother's Day.
Dude, I'm just saying.
It's
I'm
got more
jealous.
alcohol percent versus whatever light beer you're gonna drink. So
Hey, bro, trust me, I'm jealous. I still don't have my taste
Oh, that
buds and
sounds
stuff back
delicious,
yet,
Troy.
actually,
Wow.
starting tomorrow, I'm doing a Whole30 diet again. So I can't do.
So, get it
just
in today.
Drinking a little bit of everything, going out with a bang today. You know.
You need the
So,
jug in
Kenneth-
your life, man.
Kenneth, I don't drink very often, but I'm actually drinking Malibu and mango juice today.
Nice.
I
I like
Oh,
that.
that's my wife. She loves Malibu.
I've known her for a long
Malibu
time.
is
This
the
is
stuff.
maybe like the second time that I've ever known her to drink. So
Yeah.
cheers,
Hey,
cheers,
Malibu is
Kat.
some good
Cheers to you.
stuff, man. I usually go Malibu and pineapple juice because it just goes together. But hell, it works
Yeah,
with
that's,
mango
that's
too.
my wifey. She loves that Malibu and the pineapple.
Yeah, man.
I do like it
Wow.
with pineapple,
It's such a
but
manly
it's
drink.
real acidic sometimes.
My wife likes a blue Hawaiian with the Malibu. It's
Dude,
good.
hey, I used to drink those back in the day too because
Yeah.
again, they're so
They're strong,
manly.
man. I'm not one for that type of drink, but yeah, they're pretty good.
They were. I used to drink them.
Yeah.
My
Then I
thing
got
is
onto
if
the
I'm gonna
next
drink, I don't want to taste the alcohol. I just want to get drunk. Like I don't. I'm not drinking for craft beer, and no, just give me some juice and make it a good night.
For the outcome.
Hey, she knows what she wants. I like that.
Yeah, so literally, I mean, it's called a Whole30 diet, but I plan and I envision hopefully to do it at least 60 days. I'm gonna just like go all in on the diet thing, and I just like to challenge myself to stuff. So that's the only reason I do it. I love beer. Don't get me wrong. Like,
You trying to get shredded?
Huh?
Are you trying to get shredded?
Man, as much food as I'm surrounded by, I just got to check myself every now and again. Like I just got, as much food as I'm around, and it just, my mom was like, "What do you want to do for your birthday? Do you want to go out to eat?" And I'm sure a lot of people here can relate. I'm like, that's the last thing I want to do.
Right.
That's the last thing I want to do. Like, can we just watch the Mavs? Can we watch a movie?
Hey, so you know what you got to do now, Kenneth, since you're doing the Whole30, you're starting that Whole30, is you got to go target Magic Spoon, man, and get you one of those sponsorship with Magic Spoon.
Point me in the direction.
Up, Troy.
I don't know, man. I mean, how do you guys feel about that? With content creators like doing, you already have the YouTube ads that come up, and now you have content creators, and I understand they get paid for it. You know, Magic Spoon approached me. You know, I've got approached by a few people to do commercials. I just don't like seeing commercials within a YouTube ad from the content creator. You know what I mean? Is it just me?
So
Yeah,
someone
no.
actually, somebody, Andrew Holleen Cat. Do you know Andrew from NTBA? He runs and he has an awesome group. I'm not just saying it, but he just happens to have it. It's North Texas Fishing Addicts. And
Yes.
so he was like, why don't you like literally embed your own advertisement on your video? He's like, YouTube already does it with or without your consent. So why would you not advertise the ones that mean something? You know, like a lot of people love Uncle Steve Shake. Boom, we're gonna go ahead and, you know,
But that's relevant,
right? You know what I mean? Because we don't control what YouTube decides to put in your video.
right?
Yeah.
But you know what? If you're in the game, and this is kind of going into the whole content creator behind the scenes type stuff, but if you're in the game to be a content creator and you're trying to get successful, you're trying to get you know, some sort of sponsorships or whatever, it's a really smart thing to watch your videos and see what ads YouTube puts on your videos.
Right.
Because
It's
those
crazy.
are the people you want to go target.
It's kind of
if
crazy.
if you watch your video and say they come up in B&B charcoal or, you know, Fogo charcoal or Meter or whoever it is, their commercials pop up on your videos, dude, that's the people you want to go target.
Yeah.
You know, because they're already going to be within your, you know, genre. People are watching your channel, are going to be exposed to it. So why not try and get something out of it? So go hit those people up.
Is that something that changed, Alton, where it used to be that you could choose your commercials, but now you can't? Now it's all up to YouTube?
Honestly speaking, man, I don't know.
I've never been able to choose mine.
Right.
No, me
I've
neither.
never even looked at. I think you can choose when the ads run or how they're displayed. But as far as what ads actually pop up, I don't believe you can. If you can, I'm not aware of it. I've never tried to manipulate that at all. It's just.
I think just like YouTube looks at who comments and what your category is, and you know the way you present what you present, and I think they just act accordingly.
Pretty much.
I think it has a lot to do with how many actual followers you have too, because if you have more followers, they're giving you the better premium ads for the bigger name brand companies than if you don't have as many viewers.
That may be true. I know they switched it up a little while back where it used to be like if you weren't monetized or at least 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if it was monetized or 1,000 subscribers, but they didn't actually have ads on, but now they actually do.
One of my little sisters.
Oh, hello. Happy birthday.
Actually, my brother-in-law posing as my little sister.
You know, often I don't see commercials. I pay for that YouTube Premium, so I don't see no commercials when I watch everybody's channel.
Oh well, I mean that's part of the thing.
Yeah,
like,
we still get paid though, brother.
You watch that.
we still get paid.
Commercials. I can't stand commercials and traffic. So
I don't. You know, for me, like Kenneth hit it on the head earlier. I mean, to me, I don't have an issue. You know, if you know, say you're sponsored by Uncle Steve or, you know, somebody that's barbecue related and you're doing content using their product and you're, you know, saying, hey, you know, Uncle Steve's shake, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I don't have a problem with that because it's relevant to your content. But what annoys me is, you know, I've been doing all this barbecuing and I eat a lot of barbecue and I'm getting older. So now I got to eat a little healthier. So what am I going to do? Magic Spoon. You know, it's like, dude, come on. You know?
I know what channel. I feel like I know what channel.
I do too. I remember seeing them.
But you know what you do? This is what I do. I'm not going to say it works for everybody, but this is what I do. So when they hit me up, you know, and they want to do this and they want to do that and blah, 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 you know, yada, 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 and I don't want to do it, I'll hit them with a really high number. You know, if they're like, well, you know, what is your price for, you know, whatever, you know, are you looking for this content to be in your possession? You know, they're like, well, yeah, we want to own the content, whatever. Okay, cool. $20,000 and I'll do it for you. You know, and if you do it, cool. If not, get out of the way. Go on somewhere because I don't want to do it in the first place.
Well, also, I mean, those people are like, I literally was having this conversation with the camera people for the deal I did the other day. I was like, you know, I mean, when people approach me and ask me a number, I'm gonna give you a high number. Like I didn't approach you, you approached me, so you obviously saw
You're
value.
interested. Yeah.
You know, you obviously saw value, and you can't underestimate yourself. Like at the end of the day, if you can do anything, do not underestimate yourself, and
And don't
underestimate-
undervalue or underpay yourself either.
Absolutely. Know your
When I was
worth.
modeling full time, I had so many of these like alt leisure companies approach me and they're like, "Oh, will you like buy 3 or 4 of our pieces and model in it and then promote our company?" And I was like, "No, I absolutely will not.
Yeah.
You guys can send it to me for free and then you can pay for my time and the photographer
Absolutely.
and all of that, but I'm not buying your product to promote it for you."
Absolutely. Because you know the thing is these companies will target small channels because they think that most small channels are thirsty and they want something and they're going to get what they want out of you because they know that if they go and they pay for advertising, they're going to pay a whole lot of money. So why not
Yeah,
just,
and
you know,
that video never goes away. Like
Exactly.
so be it. It doesn't like because you're a small channel, it doesn't hit like right off the bat. But like 3
It
years,
will
4
later.
years later, who's to say something doesn't go crazy?
absolutely.
And they didn't give you anything for it. You know, like that
You
video
know-
literally never goes away.
You know what? Mystic hit me up. I asked for an extra one so I can give away to the subs.
Yeah,
They said, "Yeah, we'll send you an extra one. Just do 2 videos and we'll send you one." And I was like, "Sweet, that will work
Yeah.
for me."
So
You know?
you know what I did was I created a template. I had literally an email template that whenever because you know you start getting the emails from people wanting to do this and that and the other. So I literally had a template ready to go. I don't even have to say anything. I just copy, paste it in, and send it back to them. And
That's a
I had
great idea.
all of my requirements in it. You know, and it's like, and I don't promise anybody anything. I'm like, dude, you send me the product, you make one available to one of my subscribers as a giveaway, you know, just a minimum type
Yeah.
thing or whatever. And I had some other stipulations in there, and part of it was, I'm not guaranteeing you that I'm going to shoot a video. If I like your product, I'll be in contact. If not, thank you for sending it to me, and that was it.
Yeah, that's exactly
So are
what
you
I
required to send it back?
No,
No,
whatever you send me is mine. You know, if I like it and I want to put it in a video, I'll put it in a video. If I don't like it, hey, thank you for sending me. It's in within that. I don't reply back to you after the fact. It's within that body of that.
My
template.
biggest thing is what I learned is so many seasonings. If they're just like in the I'll give like a B minus B plus average. So many seasonings taste the exact same.
Yep.
And I don't want to be the one to tell you that. You know, like
Yep.
you have something that you think's awesome. I don't want to be the guy that tells you that it tastes like whatever I had like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
It's recycled 2.0.
yeah. I tell them, like
There's-
if you send me it, if I like it, and Kat knows this, I will tell you about things if I like it. If I don't like it, you'll never hear about it. You know, it's like
Darnell, what's up, brother?
I
And
appreciate.
there's only
Ben,
so many ways you can do SPG. I'm sorry. There's only so many ways you can do SPG.
So
Wait, but this SPG is different because it has SPG.
Yeah,
Right.
One of my buddies was like, the easiest thing that you could ever sell in North Texas barbecue addicts is SPG, and I'm like, bro, I'm not just in this to put a logo on something. You know, like I'm not just in this to like. He's like, but
My
everybody will buy
14-year-old daughter
SPG,
can
and
make
I'm like, hold
SPG
on,
in her
we're starting with all purpose. We're gonna do all purpose. That's the first thing we're gonna do.
Yeah, all purpose. I don't know, man. I mean,
Well,
it is
you know
what it
that
is.
meat stick.
What's
it
up,
was a
Lep?
complete fail. But I talked to Salt and Pepper, and he said to give it a second chance. So I'm gonna try to give it a second chance.
Man, I tell you, I have a
Yeah,
lot of these
email
different
them.
little meters and this and that and the other, man. And I don't even use them.
No,
You know, I kind of go back to the old school. You know, I like to put my hands on the brisket, touch it, feel it, see how it's doing. I might check a temperature here and there. Most of the time that I cook brisket, if I'm just cooking like not a video, I don't ever check the temperatures, dude.
I check temperature on a brisket like the last 2 hours. If I feel like it's about to be there, the last 2 hours, that's about when I start engaging. Because otherwise, you're really just looking for the overall appearance, the bark, and everything. So
no, I totally get you guys. But for us new channels, if anything's free, I'll take it all day long.
oh yeah, no,
That's
you
a
know,
$100 meat stick.
Don't get me wrong. Don't
If
get
I
me
can give it
don't
away
get-
for
don't get me
Christmas, it's a
wrong,
bonus.
yeah,
Absolutely, but all I'm saying is I'm just saying Just don't. And Kat hit it on the head too. Don't undervalue yourself. Know
Right.
your worth. You know, if they're looking at you, one piece. This is the strongest piece of advice I'll give you. You know, and as is, never, ever, ever give up exclusivity.
No.
Never,
Never give up.
never. So if you have a charcoal company come to you and say, "Hey,
You created it.
we want you, you know, to represent our brand, but you can only use our charcoal, period."
Oh,
Oh yeah.
You know,
no.
Remember
or
that?
here's a Traeger grill we're going to give you, but you can only cook on Traeger grills. We can't see any other grill on your videos anywhere. Nah, dude. Don't.
You know, I've seen big channels. I'm not gonna name who, but I've seen big channels that only represent one item and one item only.
Mhm.
You know, they
And you
can't-
know what? And it might be lucrative for them because maybe they've worked out a deal where they paid them for that exclusivity, like a high number.
Gotta
Oh,
be a high number.
And it would have to be a high number. You know,
I'm
so
talking about like 10K.
I literally,
Oh,
the
you're
way
probably
I do
talking
my
more than that,
videos,
dude.
the way I
Oh,
do
really?
my
More
videos
than
is
that.
Yeah.
what I think works best for
Really?
the time that I'm cooking. Like I'll
I'm
cook
gonna
on
get rich. No,
whatever
wait.
grill I want. You know, I'll cook on
Eight-
mostly at home. I
805.
mean, slow and sear kettle literally tends to do the job just like a Weber kettle would, just like a Walmart kettle would.
Yep.
You know, literally at the end of the day, if I'm just cooking from my
What's up,
house,
Lip?
I use my grill. You know, but yeah, there's not much. I just go with the flow.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Wow.
Kat, you were saying?
I was just gonna say, like, I know it's a completely different industry, but when I was modeling, I wouldn't give up exclusive rights to a single image for anything less than $5,000.
Absolutely.
That's my face at the end of the day. That's my face. So whatever it is that you're selling you for, because that's what it's all prostitution at this point. We're all just selling
Pretty much.
ourselves.
You pimping
Don't
yourself
sell
out.
yourself cheap.
You
Don't
and
sell
here's
yourself cheap.
Oh,
and here's
man.
another thing. Kenneth said earlier, dude, that you make these videos. These videos are out there forever, right?
Yeah.
They may not be popping right now because you're in that building, you know, stage. You're building up your inventory and all that. But then when people find out who you are, they're going to start chewing through your inventory. Okay, so this video that you made today, because whoever said, "Oh, we want your exclusive rights," and you know, we want to own the content. Okay, cool. You give it to them because you're a young channel, you're new, and you're flattered that they hit you up. Well, then the next thing you know, this damn video goes viral, and it's 1 million, 2 million, 3 million views. And you look at the amount of money you missed out. You could have gotten paid $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 off of that one video.
Whoa.
Man.
Absolutely.
Wow, this is good wisdom right here.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't have a problem. You know, y'all already know, dude. I got a brisket video that's 3 million, you know, views or whatever, right at. And dude, that's like a $40,000 video.
Whoa.
And it never
Absolutely.
goes away.
Brisket
It's,
tomorrow, man.
It never goes away. Like my best video is literally like 3 years ago, and it was hilarious. I had a buddy over. I was like, man, I'm just gonna do grilled cheeseburgers, and we're gonna drink beer. I'm just gonna record it. You know, literally, I was not planning of any sort of editing of all kinds
Absolutely.
of anything. And I'm like, we're just gonna grill a cheeseburger, and that's one of my best videos. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I'll do 14-hour cooks, but it's like one of my best videos is grilled
Yep.
cheeseburgers.
You never
Is that-
know what's gonna hit. You know,
Now-
you can make a video that you think is going to be the greatest. I mean, hell, that brisket video, that was a rinky-dink little brisket that I got that I was literally going to grind up for hamburger because that was the beginning of COVID and we couldn't get ground beef. And so I went to Costco and bought a couple of little briskets. This brisket was like 9 pounds raw, you know? And I mean, you look at it in the video, as you guys are, you know, you smoke briskets. You see that video, you see the brisket, you see how small that brisket was. It wasn't like some phenomenal looking brisket. It was just this little whatever. So I was like, let me just film it, see what happens. And I did that and it took off. You just don't know, dude, what's going to pop.
Hey, Alton.
Sure.
You would know before I would. Lep's asking a question. I see him backstage, and he's asking, "Am I only at? I'm only allowed to have 6 guests, correct?"
10, I think. It's up to 10.
Should be. I
I'm
think
not
it's good.
sure. On the free version of StreamYard, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Is this the free one?
Well, let's just give it a
Well,
try.
I see the
thought
StreamYard
it
logo
was
at the
6.
top, so I'm assuming it is.
That's true.
Yeah, the studio is limited to 6 people on screen. Please remove someone before adding another one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did you get that, Lep? I thought I remembered that's the rules, but I wasn't positive of it.
Yeah. But hey, I just like I said, man. You know, I'm y'all's biggest champion. I love what you guys doing, and I just don't want people to take advantage of you because you're a small channel. You know.
Yeah, that's some
Very
good
much
info
appreciated.
right there, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and one thing that you can do.
People contact you. They're already willing to send you it. So
Oh yeah. If people hit you up, they're already interested. You know, so at that point, it's just negotiations. You know, and so you can, and to give you an idea, dude, you can charge for if you want to do a video and you use their
I'll
product.
grab a drink real quick. Hold
You
on.
can do a charge for if you just want to do a mention. You know, you can charge for if you want, to add the link. This is your business. You know what I'm saying? So you pretty much make the rules for whatever you want to do going forward. And you're going to have people that's going to tell you, no, that's okay. And they're going to pass on you. You're going to have some people that's going to say, okay, hey, let's do it.
You know, I do the same thing with my taco business when I had it. When I didn't want to do a party, I would double charge them.
Absolutely.
And man, they would come back and say, "Yeah, I want to do it." I was like, "Oh man, I didn't want to do it."
And that's why I say hit them with a high number, dude. If you don't want to do it, man, hey, quadruple, quintuple it, whatever. Make it really worth it. That if you're gonna do it, okay, I don't want to do it, but if you really want me to do it, okay, if you make it worth my time, I'll do it.
Oh, and they made it worth my time, man. It was over $1,000. I priced them over $1,000,
But how much of that? But think about that though. How much of that was actual profit?
It was about $1,500 profit after it was all said and done. After I paid my workers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, this is when I was, back in the day,
Right.
maybe a year ago when I was on and popping, But the only reason I have to stop it because I'm on workers' comp,
Yeah. Just don't, Lance
yourself
and
out.
John,
What
don't
up, Kent?
be afraid to ask for things. Is what it comes down to. Don't worry about that whole, I'm not 1,000 subscribers. I think that I got my first. Hell, in a matter of fact, Kenneth helped me out, I think, with my first subscriber with Matador Prime Meats. And I think I was
Really?
probably 300, 400 subs at the time.
Damn.
And so
I
all
came
you
across
really.
you. What was the channel? I told you, but I was the only one that ever told Alton his name was correct.
Dude, but all I'm saying is, man, don't be afraid to go after, the products that you want to work with, the people that you want to work with. What I did, what worked for me. I'm not saying it worked for everybody, but what worked for me was I would go to Instagram because a lot of these companies use Instagram mainly. And so I would go to Instagram and I'd slide in their DMs and, introduce myself and put a link to my channel and say what I'm doing. Hey, I'd love to partner up with you, whatever, blase, and let it roll from there. Later, once I really started to learn a little bit more, I put together a media kit so that I actually had, my image on it. It was basically a resume of your channel or your social media. And I would put the statistics, that's,
It's your
how many
comp card.
views I'm getting. Exactly.
Max,
and-
give me 1 second. I gotta go to.
But you could go and send that to whoever it is that you want to work with, and they basically have your resume of your social media, and they can go look at it because they have and you can't lie about it because all these numbers are out there public, so they can go see how many views you get in the 28-day period or 90-day period or whatever it might be. So you don't want to lie and embellish anything, but you want to have that to where it's just one little piece of information they can go look at, and they can say, hey, yeah, let's go work with this guy.
Cool.
I've only had one approach, and that's that FVVL, a wireless thermometer, which I have a video coming up on. I haven't heard a lot of people really say anything good about it, but I got to give it a shot. I mean, all I have to do is do one video.
Hey, the only
so
thing
I'm
is, don't just lie if it was free.
No.
Literally,
I'm not gonna lie about it at all.
yeah, no, I don't. I'm not saying you won't. You would, but like Alton was saying earlier, if I don't like it, I won't even put that video out. I mean,
Right.
Because at some point in time, you're gonna have a following, and anything you show, anything you use, you could not even shout it out, but you can just put it there. And at some point in time, you're gonna have a following, and if they believe you, then they're gonna go buy that. So if you don't like that, that thermometer, I wouldn't even put that video out.
Yep.
Really?
Or what I do is play around with it first to see if you even think it's worthy of making a video. Don't even waste your time.
That's why I was just getting
Yeah,
ready
do a
to add.
couple tests first.
That's what I was just getting ready to add. So
fully
should I
edit
do it?
that video up, and if you like it, then roll with it. But otherwise, you gotta create content in it if you can, but if you don't like it, then you just scrap that video.
So
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
happened, like when it was an email back and forth. So when they sent it to me, they said that the first email they sent me, I looked at the link and the product wasn't even in stock. So I was supposed to get 2%. And I told them, look, this isn't even in stock. So about a week later, they sent me a different version email with the same
Red
difference.
flags.
Right. but when they sent it to me, you know, the agreement was that I had to do one video within 2 weeks of receiving it.
Oh,
I don't
no.
agree to nothing like
Oh, no.
No, I always tell them you gotta wait for me when I'm
do it
ready.
whenever I
Well,
can. I'll do it
It's
whenever I can.
for me. Well, and here's the thing. I mean, if they're paying me money to do a video or whatever it might be, I understand that they want this content within a certain amount of time. So what I do is I have my own contracts. I have my own stipulations. And what I have for that is I send it to you. And if you agree to these stipulations, because they're on my terms, and if you agree to this or whatever, you sign on the dotted line and send me the check, because I'm not doing anything until I get the money first.
Yeah.
So once I get that money, now I'm going to do your video. And I probably won't
Well,
even
on that-
cash the
on
check.
that-
I'll
on
hold
that-
on to it in case something happens and I can't do it or whatever unforeseen situations. But once I deliver on that content, then we're good. But
On that-
you
on that
guys
same
can
topic,
stipulate
like-
what you want. Make your own. Dude, I can send you a template. You know what? Hit me up in IG and I'll send you a template, you know, of a contract. You can manipulate it, make it however you want it. But you can put your stipulations in it that it works in your favor. And you can send that out and have them sign it and send it back to you.
Okay.
On that
Well, this
same
was my
topic,
first.
I mean,
It's all new to
like,
me. You know, I was psyched out about it, you know, and there's another channel that heard about it and he wasn't happy with it at all, you know, and I work, you know, it's just work. I can't wait till I get out of work, but you know, I don't really have a whole lot of time, but I did. It's beyond a 2-week commitment that they had asked for, and I sent them an email telling them, look, this is projected date of, I think it was the 21st and 20th or something like that. But and they said, you know, they were fine with that, but I guess now I'm wondering if I should test it before
Absolutely.
I go live with it.
Absolutely.
Always test it. Always test it. Always. I don't care what the
if
product
I
is.
don't
Always.
like it, if I don't
Measure
use
twice,
it.
cut once.
Well, Lance, you kind of, here's the situation, dude. You kind of paint yourself in a corner when you accept a product without, you know, letting them know that, hey, these are my stipulations. You've agreed with them that you're going to do a video on this within 2 weeks of receiving the item or whatever. So you kind of painted yourself in a corner, and it's just a learning experience. You know what?
Right.
Okay, you got me this time. I'm not going to get got next time. You know what I mean? So you
Right.
kind of, and that's why I say that what I do is I have a template. I have an email template ready to go. If it's somebody that sends me something, an email that I know that I might like, the funny thing is, for instance, Kat said that she was in modeling. Okay. My channel is barbecue, backyard barbecue, teaching you how to. Why in the hell am I getting emails about, you know, buying clothing and putting the clothing on my channel, you know? And so when I get those types of emails, I just delete them because it's not even in my genre. I don't even care. But if it's something that I'm interested in, okay, I'll send them the template, you know, and then we'll start corresponding and figuring out what we're going to do. But my template is already built to work in my favor. And that's what I'm saying. If you have that, you don't even have to think.
I'm
When you
gonna
get the
build
email,
the
you
template
can
myself.
just send it to them and it's done. And if
Bro.
they're interested, they'll get back with you.
And I'm looking forward to chilling in
Russ.
the next month or so, man. I'm looking forward.
Oh, yeah,
to
Russ,
it.
what's happening, my brother?
Yeah, next month.
Thank you,
right?
Russ. Thank you very much.
No, absolutely. I think Kenneth, man, we're gonna be out there up in the Dallas area. Got my man's got a little education stuff he's gonna be doing, and I think the dog father's gonna be in the house checking that out.
Man, that'd be awesome. You come be on with me, bro. You come be on with me, bro.
You can
I'm gonna
teach
sit
the
back and
class
take notes,
right
brother.
there.
We'll decide like game time decision who needs a trim and who needs a season.
Well, I'll tell you this: the way my taste buds are set up right now, I'm not seasoning anything to feed anybody, dude. Now you give me a few months after chemo's over and I got the taste buds back, we'll be all right.
No, I'm looking forward to getting to hang out, bro. It's been, man, what's it been like 2.5 years since
Yeah, man.
I know I was supposed to get out to your spot last time, but my son had a basketball game that same day, and I
things happen,
coach.
man.
Not everybody knows that, but I'm not just gonna hand that off to some parent that didn't want to be there. I'm not gonna hand that off.
So you guys probably don't know this, but Kenneth and I met at a YouTuber meetup at T Roy's house. And so we all ended up over there. It was me, you, Brother James from Aim 'em and Claim 'em.
We
Chef
had
Johnny.
Chef Johnny.
Then there was
the ones
the girl.
that like the whiskey and barbecue.
Yeah, Ryan from Whiskey and Barbecue.
Yeah,
he was there. I mean, and we had wasn't Tom Food Factory? He was there, right?
Yeah.
So we just had a bunch of YouTubers over, man, and we just all hung out. And Harry Sue was there.
Harry Sue,
right.
yeah,
Harry Sue was there.
He did some crazy stuff that day.
Yeah. I mean, this was way back, like in my early videos. I did I think it was a 4-part series on that day. Just hanging. It was cold that day too.
Every single one of us brought something to cook, and each one of us did something. And there was behind the scenes videos. There was our own individual videos. And
Rick,
then you
my
put,
brother,
like 8 or 9 channels together and have all that content. Like that was a good day.
And and for me, dude, I was the new kid on the block at the time. I don't even think I hit 500 subscribers at that point.
You were a new kid on the block? No
and
way.
I came in there trying not to be wigged out by, dude, T-Roy, Harry Sue, and these guys. And dude, they were like brothers, dude. It was just a great time. Everybody hung out and we made some great food. And it was awesome. Yeah.
It was literally all day long, and that was when T-Roy was working on his roof for like 18 hours.
I think we all took turns. We all took turns stirring that roux, man. It was like a 6-hour roux or something.
Look, a good roux takes time.
Oh yeah.
When I was about to leave, I'm like, man, I'm not about to leave without trying this roux, bro.
Gotta get some. I don't think it was even ready until 8 or 9 o'clock or something.
Yeah, and I had to I had to head back because my son's game was at 8 in the morning. And so when I was leaving at 8 or 9 from where y'all are at, that's a solid 4-ish, 5 hours,
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta go, got to get.
But it was fun. It was
I'm about
fun.
to take this gumbo with.
And the funny thing is my whole life, growing up, my dad, would hunt and rabbits and all that, and I just didn't eat rabbit. And T-Roy made this rabbit combo, and I was like, damn it, man, I can't just not eat it. So I had to taste it. It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
So my rule of thumb is if the people I'm around know what they're cooking and know how to cook, if they say they're going to cook it, I'm gonna try it. And you
absolutely,
you know the people that can cook and the people that and so we talked about this offline or online, whatever. But crawfish, I'm not a huge crawfish fan, but Chef Koyan, that Cajun bro.
Yeah,
when he said I'm about to make some crawfish, I was like, all right, I'll eat that.
And that was another fantastic time at T-Roy's when he does his crawfish boil. And we went over there and did that. And Harry Sue flew in just for that, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
We hung out and did crawfish that day. And actually, I think on Harry's video, my wife actually was showing people how to, peel the crawfish and eat it or whatever. Dude, we had a great time.
Smoking Joe, my brother.
Smoking Joe's in the house. What's up, brother?
What's going on, Joe?
Hey, I saw Rick pop in here too, man. What's going on, Rick? How you doing, brother?
You got my smoker ready for me, Rick? I'm taking the smoker home. He's giving the smoker away once he hits 3,000 subs.
Hey, there you go, man.
I think this will be a long line.
So, John, I got a question for you, man. Is who are some companies that you want to work with?
I like Pitballs. I mean, that's ambitious, I'm sure, but
I know some people at Pitballs.
Really?
They're one of my sponsors too.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like Pitballs. I mean, Dream would be Yoda. I mean, that's I'm sure I'd have to be a lot farther along than I am, but yeah, I really like Pitballs. I mean,
wait, brother, stop selling yourself.
You're underselling yourself. Didn't you get anything
seriously,
out of this live?
There is nothing different from you as a small channel versus somebody with a big channel. You make content, they make content. You make it differently, but don't sell yourself short, bro. You know, don't ever you got to be confident in this game, because if you don't go into this thinking you the shit, nobody else will either.
Gotcha.
You know, and I'm not saying that to be like cocky. I'm just saying be confident in what you do.
Nah,
you know, because when you're not, people pick up on it.
People see it.
You know, and
I tell you what, I love his channel, man. Like, I love his channel. Everything you're doing, I love it. So
man,
do it.
I appreciate that.
But I'll tell you, I'll figure it out.
I was gonna say I started following after he was on one of Kenneth's lives on YouTube. Like as soon as Kenneth got done, I popped right over and subscribed.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I really
man.
do. I do.
Absolutely. But you know what's funny is you mentioned Yoder, and Yoder was one of the pellet smokers that I bought 2 of them actually at that time, and I sold one of them. But Yoder was one of the companies I really, really, really wanted to work with, and went into talks with them when I was a very small channel. And I went into talks with them, and everything was kind of okay. But then when they started hitting me with the exclusivity, I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
You know, nah. You know, I already owned a Yoder. In fact, look at the free advertisement I gave them. That was that 3 million.
That was the only thing. That was besides the trailer that you used to smoke on, the big, you know.
Yeah, I sold that trailer. I had the trailer.
No, that
I
was
didn't
what
really
you
actually
started.
put the trailer on.
The Yoder, and that was what the channel started, and Anna Weber.
I had the Lone Star Grills.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was cooking on. But that brisket video that did really well for me, it was smoked on the Yoder. So look at the advertisement that I gave them on that. You know, plus there was I had at least, you know, 10 different people that hit me up that said, hey, we bought a Yoder because of your video, you know, and so when I started talking to Yoder, and it was like, okay, cool, you know, I'm excited. But then it was like, oh, we don't want anything on your patio but Yoder. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Yeah. Even as a small channel. Knowing, you know, I was like, nah, I can't do that.
Matt Pittman from Meat Church, way back when NTBA was like, man, I mean, can't even acknowledge the small numbers that it was at, but there's like 3,000 members, and he invited me to a cooking class, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'll come check out the cooking class, whatever, you know. And he was like, hey, do you want a Traeger? Just like asked me. I was like, I don't even know what a pellet grill does at that point. And so I was like, I mean, sure, you know, and I just kind of wrote it off, whatever. I'm like, if it happens, it happens. You know, 2 months later, a Traeger showed up, and I videoed like the unboxing and all that. And then, no lie, within 5 days of doing that video, I had about 7 different pellet grill companies saying that they like the unboxing video and they want to send the pellet grill over. And I mean, it's just literally back to what Alton's saying is like, take your content and know what you're doing with it.
Yep.
Wow.
And
so
then
when they
also
ask for exclusivity, I mean, is that for the life of your channel? I mean, how does that work?
It'll be for a duration, a period of time. You know, depending on how they want to do it.
The contract should specify. There'll be a written out legal binding contract that they send you that should specify the time frame.
Right. It might be, you know, 3 months. It might be 6 months. It might be a year. It's whatever they put in the contract.
But like Alton's saying, don't do it. I mean, don't do it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just wondering how that would work.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, and you don't want to do giving them exclusive rights to that video.
Right.
Like they want
your content.
Like I had one where they wanted ownership of that content of that video. I'm like, nah, dude. Because basically what you're telling me is you're gonna give me whatever the product, you know, worth is, and I shoot this video, and that video could have the potential to like blow up and become a viral video that could be worth thousands and thousands of dollars that I'm not even gonna get because I'm giving you the rights to it. Nah, that's not gonna happen.
Charlie,
that pretty much sounds like those terrible music contracts. I mean, it's like you
absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely. If you are the creator of this content, copyright protects you, and they can't do anything with it without your written consent. So if they try to make a commercial out of, you know, content that you've done without any kind of contract, you can sue them for anything that they have made off of that video.
Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. And you know what, dude, I've seen it. I've had people actually take content of mine and put it on their channel, because there is a tab in your YouTube studio where you can see where you have like the copyright deal, and it's not strikes against you, but it shows you where somebody has taken some of your content And I've had, I don't know, for whatever reason, I used to do these live streams, and I had a package that was on Streamlabs, I think it was. And the way that I had done this whole thing and put the music in and this and that and the other, I guess these gaming channels loved it, and they were jacking my stuff left and right. And I started seeing all this stuff popping up that, hey, you know, these people are stealing your content. And so I had to go in and do the stuff on YouTube to basically tell them, hey, cease and desist, stop, you know, and take it down. I had another guy that was in Canada, and Justin, Baby Back Maniac, actually called me one day. He's like, dude, have you seen this Dogfather channel from Canada? I'm like, nah, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. And he sent me a link. Dude had jacked my logo and everything.
What?
I mean, he was just starting up and doing his thing, and I hit him up, and I wasn't an ass about it, dude. I liked what he was doing, and I took it as a compliment. And so what I did was I hit him up and I said, hey, dude, you know, congratulations. I like what you're doing, you know, whatever. I really like the content, this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah. I said, but man, the Dogfather's barbecue, that's kind of peculiar, you know, just kind of left it at that. And he hit me up and he was like, you know, oh, dude, I've been running this since 2017 and blah, 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 beating himself on the chest. And I said, well, hey, you know, again, congratulations. I'm glad for you. But, dude, I copyrighted this back in 2007. So I've been running with this since 2007. So I'm kind of asking you to kind of stop what you're doing and rename it or do whatever you got to do to stop using my logo. And the guy was like, oh, okay, dude, I'm so sorry, you know, whatever. And I subbed to his channel, you know. So, but it was like, you know, it's all about the way you approach them, you know. But, dude, you know, yeah, stuff like that does happen.
I think Smoking Joe had that issue, didn't he?
He did.
He had to actually go get all the legal shit done to where his logo was a trademark.
Yep, I remember that with Smoking Joe. Absolutely. You know, and I mean, you handle it the right way, you get it taken care of. You know, like Kat said, they can't do anything about it. It's all copywritten.
Right.
You know,
How do you, Alton? How do you copy? What'd you say?
Copyright.
Well, when you put this stuff on your
Copyright?
channel, when you put this stuff on your channel, you're already protected.
Oh, okay.
Number
The
one,
fact that
it's-
you created it
right.
makes it
Okay.
yours. You could literally take your best friend down the street's phone and create content on his phone.
Yep.
You own it. Doesn't matter that it's on his phone. You own that content.
Oh, got you. Okay.
You put that
So is
on
it
your channel, dude,
copyrighted?
that's yours.
Is it copyrighted to a certain extent, like through YouTube once you post it?
It's what now? I'm sorry.
I said, is it copyrighted to an extent through YouTube since you've posted it there and YouTube knows it's your
Right.
content?
Right.
Okay, I got you.
It's similar to doing like the poor man's patent when you write down an idea, you put it in an envelope, you mail it to yourself, it's postmarked, you don't
Yep.
open it. That's called a poor man's patent.
Yep.
You
Gotcha.
publish your content under your name, and it's the first time it's ever been published, and you can guarantee that you created it. That's a poor man's copyright.
Yep.
Got you.
Oh, right on, right on.
Wow.
And
I know
one of
my
the things I would
is I still go ahead.
Go ahead, George. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Lance.
No. I insist. You go ahead.
No, it's your show. You go ahead.
Kat, can you repeat that, please?
Absolutely. So when you create content and you post it under your name, whether it's your YouTube channel, your Facebook account, Instagram, what's that other thing kids are using? TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
That all of that stuff. When you post that under your creator name, that's your poor man's copyright. You don't have to go and do the official paperwork on it. You own that content, and you can go and you can actually pursue legal action against anybody who tries to steal your content, whether you have officially copyrighted it or not, because you are the content creator. I had to deal with it all the time in modeling. I would not sign a modeling contract that did not give me 50% rights to any of my images.
Wow.
It's my face. It's my face. I'm not, the photographer took the picture, yes, but he's making money off of my face, so I better be making money off of it too.
And another thing for you guys, I would strongly suggest. I think Kenneth has already done this too. You're building your business right now, right? You got your channels, you're building up. There may be situations where you might go out and go cook at an event, and maybe do catering or whatever it might be. If you haven't done it already, I would strongly urge you to get an LLC.
What's that again?
Get an LLC, Limited Liability Corporation.
Yeah, I definitely did LLC, and then with the first year that it came around to do taxes, my tax guy said to bump it up to an S corp. So I moved from an LLC to a corporation, and you just, I mean, literally, y'all are spending money on making these videos, and everything
That's a
that
write-off.
you're spending money
Absolutely
in.
it is.
Oh, if it's a write-off, I'm in.
Everything
write-off.
now is a business expense. You know what I mean? Everything's a business expense at that point.
Absolutely.
Even
But and
sometimes
it's
when
not
you
even
practice
about
the
that for
recipe.
me and why I'm saying it. It's about the protection.
Yeah,
You know, if
yeah,
something
yeah.
happens and
Especially for
somebody tries to
catering.
come after
Especially
you,
for
absolutely.
catering.
Yeah, you could have your pit out there and somebody's kid goes behind the whatever and touches the firebox and burns himself. You know, you don't want to put your family and at risk of being subjected to a lawsuit.
It takes
So
away
if you
from,
have
like,
that LLC,
being about
it
you.
protects your personal assets versus your business assets.
Right.
That
That's
makes
what I was
sense.
just getting ready to ask.
And keep track of everything you spend money on. And it doesn't matter how petty it is. I went out and judged the barbecue competition for the steak and the ribs for Kenneth, and I knew I was taking my knife bag with me. So the canopy and the chairs that I bought for that event, all of the food that I bought for snacking on, all of that is going as a tax write-off at the end of the year, because I took my knife bag and I talked about my knives for like 3 seconds.
Right.
It was a business deal.
And your
All
gas
that's getting
mileage.
written off. And my gas mileage.
Absolutely.
It's all getting
Wow.
written off.
I've heard
Everything.
everything.
You could go on vacation. You could literally go on, like I'm going cruising. We're gonna go talk to people about barbecue.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about
Write it off.
barbecue. It's a write-off.
Damn.
You know,
Yeah.
and so and the easy way, like Kat just said, where you make sure you document everything. What's really easy about it is I use Intuit QuickBooks. I have that linked up to my business bank with my business credit card. So every swipe that I do with that credit card goes to that account, and I have everything. It all quickly imports straight into TurboTax when I do taxes. So it does
And
everything for me.
It's seriously as simple as you go to Burger King for lunch with your buddy and you talk about your barbecue business. You write that off. That is a business lunch.
Absolutely.
Right. Now this
You
is
drive
all
from the house to
I think-
Walmart to HEB to Costco to wherever you buy groceries. You document that mileage.
that's
And I
after
think right
you-
now the meal write-off is 50% of whatever it is you spend on eating out that you can classify as business is tax deductible. It's a write-off. 50% of that meal.
and
I
that's
need
after you
to
become a
write off
registered
the
company.
IRS a bunch of money.
What was that, Lance?
That's after you become a registered company, LLC, is what she's talking about. I mean, I have a
Not
business.
Yeah.
necessarily, because I'm not an LLC and I can still write it off. I'm a 1099 employee.
Yep.
I work for Vector and for Cutco, and so as a 1099 employee, I don't get my own LLC, but I can still write it off on my taxes.
Yep. If you're working for yourself, dude,
Yeah.
you're doing business for yourself. You
I
can
have
do all of this.
A home improvement company through the state of Maryland. I'm licensed through the state of Maryland, and that company's set up, but I didn't know how that this would be the sleeper barbecue thing if it had to be actual registered. In Maryland, it's a little different. I mean, y'all are talking about your mileage. In Maryland, you have to have a record book of that. You can't just
This
turn
is your
in.
federal
It does that.
taxes.
It does
This,
that. You
this
put
is
it
your
in
federal
Intuit.
taxes. Mhm.
Right. But when you put this into QuickBooks, you have that. You can pull that up and print it out. All your mileage. You can actually set it up to do it automatically on its own with your smartphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you get in the car and drive somewhere, it's recording. I don't do mine that
Start trip.
detailed.
Yep.
Right.
Start trip.
Yep. That's all you got to do is hit start trip, and it'll record from where you go and where you stop and everywhere until you end it. And it'll record all that data for you so that when it comes time for reporting purposes, you can go and pull all that data up for what you did in mileage or whatever. And it'll have every date, every mileage, all of that is going to be in there.
Okay.
So,
So Papa Smokehouse has got a question reference to the LLC thing. So is it something, I imagine if it's a recipe, you almost have to prove that it's your own recipe, wouldn't you?
pretty
I'm
much.
not
I
sure
mean,
you can copyright recipes.
if you're looking, I would say if
Hey,
you're
kiddo.
looking, and I don't know for sure. Hey, there he is. There's little man. What's going on, Chief?
Nothing.
You remember Dogfather? You remember Alton?
The
Yeah.
dog father. Yeah, man. Good to see
There,
you, little man.
there was a time that my own son said his favorite channel was not mine, and it was Dogfather's.
Dude, that was so cool to hear that too, man. I was like, wait, what?
I literally was sitting there. He's got a tablet right now, but he had a tablet. It was like 2 years ago, and I'm like, man, I know that voice. He was sitting there watching one of Alton's videos. And going, man, So I be.
Well, unfortunately, my son still says it.
He still says what?
The his favorite channel over.
Oh,
mine.
really? Hey, man. Hey,
watching,
thank you, man. I appreciate
He
it.
says you're a close second, though, Dad.
I was watching
Hey,
Killer Miller barbecue today. He had Alton playing in the background on his big screen.
That's awesome, dude.
Hey guys, I gotta jump off. I've got to go biryani. I gotta finish, and kiddos, I gotta get fed.
See,
So
she's making
Alrighty.
something
Nice meeting
fancy.
you, Kat.
She's making
Great
something
chatting with you,
fancy.
Kat.
Yeah.
good to see you guys. Have a good
All right.
night.
Have a
Later,
great week.
Hey, Kat, thanks for coming in.
Not a problem. Night, guys.
See you.
Later.
That's
Yeah, I
pretty
was
awesome,
like, Brayson was running by. I'm like, man, you want to come say hi to everybody? He's like, sure. He said,
you know what I like about Brayson, dude, because you always post, you know, you guys are hanging out and this now. I love the fact that my man Brayson loves a good steak, dude.
man, he's like, you got my attention just by that word. He said,
Yeah, man. We don't want no macaroni and cheese and chicken
dude,
fingers. I want
so
steak.
yeah, last his birthday's coming up, but last year he literally asked word for word Wagyu steak.
No teriyaki.
He
Nice.
said Wagyu steak. It was like, I was like,
No.
bro.
Hey,
Well,
we're there.
It's
Yeah,
teriyaki bun.
And then there's a food truck that he likes. It's a hibachi, and he was like, I want their salmon. I'm like, bro, you know I make salmon. And he's out there picking other places. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. It's your birthday. I'm just
That's funny.
whatever, dude.
That's good
That's-
stuff, though. That's proud papa moment right there.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's my son when he-
loves- I think
I was
it
asking
goes
my
back
son
to
what-
like when he was little. I told him everything was beef, man. I was like, like you're gonna, this is beef too. Chicken, beef. You know, pork, beef.
Right?
All of it. It's
That
all
is
beef. It's all beef.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I was asking my son what he wanted for his birthday. I'm thinking of Xbox game, you know, some Under Armour shoes, something like that. He said, "Oh, just cook me a brisket."
Oh yeah, that's a win.
So I can do that.
Absolutely. You know what's I true story. I have not cooked a brisket this year yet.
Wow,
Man,
Yeah,
make that happen.
we got a
hope you
barbecue
soon.
competition coming up this weekend. It'll be my first competition. Probably it'll be my first barbecue competition since when I went to South Carolina last year. Like I haven't cooked to compete in a long time. I haven't cooked to
Yeah.
compete in a long time.
So, Alton, I was going to ask you earlier when you were talking about after the cruise, you know, maybe getting back into it. Does that mean Barbecue Boulevard is up and running now, or to how you want it, or what?
No, not yet. As a matter, so we had like a whole host of things that went on at the same time. Right about so, if you don't know, we put a pool in, and
Yeah.
so they started construction back there in August, and so a lot of the content that I had between August and November, you know, a lot of it was stuff I already had filmed. And then there was some stuff that I actually did film, but I kind of like didn't really show much of the yard and that type of thing just because it's a big hole. And so we had that happen, and then we got the cancer, you know, diagnosis or whatever, and started chemo and all that. And so basically, dude, Barbecue Boulevard got tore up, you know, because of all that. I had to clear everything out, whatever. So all my grills, I don't know if you guys followed, but on Instagram, I had posted this
Yeah,
picture
they-
being funny about, hey, where did my grills go? You know, all my grills
Yeah,
were
I'm on
gone.
Sleeper's channel, babe, not mine.
So all of that stuff was gone because we had stuffed it away in the.
Yes, I am. Look again. I'm here. I have it on mute.
No, you're not muted,
No,
brother.
No, you
We
don't.
hearing everything. Now you're muted.
Now you're muted.
So, but everything I all the grills, everything I cleared Barbecue Boulevard out. So, fast forward to now, they're finally got to the point where they finished most of the stuff back there that needed to be done, and probably this over the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna start repopulating Barbecue Boulevard. I got a few grills back there right now, but I don't have it set up the way that I want to have it set up. I've got some switchers and things that I wanted to do to get it set up so that I can do my live streams back there where I'm doing cooking live streams and I can switch from different camera angles and all of that type of stuff. So I got a lot of work to do to get that thing set up the way I want it.
Right.
You know, I was also doing live stream cooks for Grilla Grills on their Facebook page. And so all of that came to a halt as well, you know, with, you know, everything being torn up and all of that. And so And then Gorilla Grills is a fantastic company to work with. You know, and they understood everything that's going on, and so they can't wait for me to get back. And hopefully, we'll be able to start doing that again starting August. So we got a lot of things that are you know, what I did a lot of this time right now is trying to get a lot of the behind the scenes stuff taken care of. You know, because there's a lot of stuff to do. And here's the other thing that, you know, I'll say for you guys too, as you're growing and you're wanting to get into these sponsorships and this and that and the other, is sometimes it really is kind of a pain when you're having to do stuff to please somebody else versus you doing what you want to do. You know what I mean? And I kind of take it on the chin because I also subscribe to the notion that you do what you have to do right now so you can do what you want to do later. You know, I got that from Dave Ramsey, you know, and he preaches that all the time. But it's like, I got to do what I have to do right now so I can do what I want to do later. And that's the approach that I did with my channel. I'm not a pellet smoker, cooker. You know, I'm a stick burner. But pellet cooker is what my channel said that, hey, this is what people want to see from you. They want to see you cook on a pellet smoker, and they want to see you cook on a Weber kettle. And so that's what I did. Most of my cooks is on pellet smokers and Weber kettles because I'm doing what I got to do to grow the channel so I can do what I want to do later. So
that's what I just have such a hard time with. I mean,
Yep.
I understand it. I understand it wholeheartedly. But, you know, I just don't think it's right. You have to box yourself into something. I mean, cooking product is a big, wide variety. I mean, if I want to start cooking shrimp, Russ is killing it with, you know, his seafood, but I think Russ has been doing enough that he has a calling for both seafood and barbecue.
he's already did what he had to do, so he can do what he wants to do now.
Right.
Yep.
But
So, you know, but Lance, you're speaking the truth, dude, because that's how I was the first year. The first year I started YouTube, dude, I was doing what I wanted to do. I don't want to just everybody's doing brisket. I don't want to do brisket. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna do a boudin stuffed pork chop, and you know, I'm doing stuff that I want to do. Nobody saw it. Nobody cared about it. And so once I got to that point where, okay, why am I making this content and nobody's watching it? Okay, what am I doing wrong? And then it was like, okay, they want me to make a brisket, so why don't I make a brisket and see what happens? Bam, took off.
Right.
You know, and so it's hard because you and I, all of us up here, we all cook. We all cook. We all have fun cooking. We want to do something different. We don't want to get boxed in and do the same thing over and over. And that is absolutely fine if that's what you want to do. But if you're looking at you want to grow your channel, you got to do what the analytics tell you to do. Get out of your way. If you don't care about that and you just want to do your own thing and cook, then do your own thing. But don't complain about the lack of growth or that type of thing because you're not doing what the channel wants you to do to sustain that growth, if that makes sense.
Right.
Where does it tell you where to cook, Alton?
You're looking at your analytics, man, and look at the videos that you put out. You look at the videos you put out, and what's your most popular?
The ham.
You know, one of the things that I had said to some people before is you look at your video that's your most popular video. And if it's a really good video, double down on it. Make another video. Maybe you do a different seasoning. Maybe you do it on a different cooker. Maybe you do it with a different method. Hell, maybe you do all of those and you stretch out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different videos on that same subject. But if that's what they want to see from you, that's what they want to see from you. I mean, I look at it like, dude, how many different ways, Kenneth, honestly, how many different ways can you make a brisket?
Man, it's kind of crazy. I've been wanting to do a brisket video for a long time, but I'm like, I already showed y'all like 50 times.
Exactly.
Brisket, man. Like, and
but they don't get tired of it.
One in a long time. I haven't done one in a long time because it's like, man, it's still salt and pepper, people. It's still hickory wood. It's still 250, 300. I don't know.
But that's what people want to see. And if you look at the analytics on it, whatever, I don't care if you made 30 different brisket videos, people love it. If that's what they come to your channel for.
My thing that people literally watch my channel for me is pulled pork, smoked chicken, and sometimes steak. It's hit or miss, you know.
Yep.
Those are what people like from me, and I don't cater to it necessarily right now. And me and Alton have talked about it. I probably should, but you know, I don't yet. So I mean, but those are the ones that literally, when you look at my videos, they're and burgers, cheeseburgers. They like cheeseburgers. So
Mhm.
I don't know. You know, that's
And-
you know,
Papa
Well, you know what I'm
Smokehouse.
saying? Here's a good thing to try. If you just want to dabble around with it, just try it. Do it in a series of 5 videos. Okay. Do 3 videos that are based on whatever your most popular videos are in your inventory, and then do 2 videos of whatever the hell you want to, and then start over. Do
All
3
right.
more of whatever is the most popular, and then 2 of whatever the hell you want to. And that right there will tell you what the difference might be. You know,
I watch.
and again,
Rick's got a good point right there. I watch his videos because of his hairstyle.
and Russ, dude, Smokey Ribs is hit. I mean, he's an OG. You know, him and T Roy and those guys, those are the OGs. They know this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're at that point that dude, Russ could get out there and put his camera on the ground and film grass growing and still get 100,000 views.
Yeah,
Because that's
so true.
that's where he's at. Could
That's
you
so
do
true.
that? No, you can't. You know,
Nice.
his brisket videos, is that the right video for you? I don't know. You have to kind of look at what people are looking at from you.
I'm gonna give that a shot in 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, I got nothing to lose, anyways.
Absolutely. And you have to understand what it is that you want out of the chat. If you don't care about the growth, you're just doing it because it's fun. Dude, do what you do.
Oh,
Have
heck
fun
no.
in it.
I care
You
about
know?
the growth.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to grow, pay attention to the analytics and try to do with some of that, even though it's going to seem redundant. Like Kenneth just said, dude, I can make 50 videos of brisket. I'm tired of making brisket, but dude, they're wanting more brisket. So let me give them more brisket until they don't want it anymore. Because you're
Yeah, I
just
noticed-
trying to grow.
I noticed in my last 7 videos, my brisket video done the best.
Yeah,
It's
it did.
probably like 300, 400 views over the rest of my videos.
Make another brisket
So,
video.
I have one coming. It's already shot and ready.
Yeah.
I'm doing a brisket flat on the Weber kettle.
Either
so
make
I'll
a
be
brisket
putting that-
video or make a brisket trimming video or make a
Right.
brisket slicing video or make a
Yeah.
this is how I set my cooker up to smoke brisket,
Brisket
video. I mean,
leftovers
you know.
video.
yeah. Absolutely. Because once you figure out, like if you're using like John and I, we talked about, you know, using TubeBuddy and some of the resources available to you, and you can use the keyword search to come up with your titles and that sort of thing. And so if your channel ranks for smoked brisket, if the word literally is smoked brisket, dude, put it in the title some way, somehow. If you're making a brisket, you know, you make the smoked brisket, or this is how I smoke brisket, or whatever it might be. And then if you get into the leftovers, it might be, oh, I'm making ramen, I'm making a smoked brisket ramen, or whatever it might be. You're playing off those keywords that's successful for your channel, which can potentially get you more
You gotta
growth.
come down where the camera's at. Okay, well, my daughter wanted to say hi, but she's shy. Sorry for the interruption. She's bringing me mixed drinks, so
Oh, what
There
a
you go.
daughter.
There you go.
I'd
But
like
Lance,
to go back to a question. I'd like to go back to a question real quick. It went on by, but I still remember it. It's from Papa Smokehouse. He's talked about making videos with him being in a wheelchair and how long it would take. You know, I'm not a professional, but I would definitely promote doing that. I wouldn't let the wheelchair, you know, hold you back
no,
by
sir.
any means. If it takes you, you know, if it takes you longer, I understand that, but you can correct that in your editing of your videos. You know, you can cut it down, make it shorter, and still post it up. I think you'll work fine. That's my 2 cents. Don't let that hold you back, please.
Dude, as
I
long as
gotta
you're
get
having
off
fun with
here,
it,
fellas.
do it.
I gotta watch the rest of these NBA playoffs. I gotta watch.
Hey, the Sixers gonna do it tonight, man.
Man, it depends if Joel Embiid can play 4. You know.
Yeah. I guess the game's probably already on. It probably came on at 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll catch up with y'all later. Peace, y'all.
Hey.
Appreciate it.
Take it easy,
Later, man.
brother.
We'll
Good
see
talking
you,
to you, bro.
All right, Kenneth.
Fire Cups, how are you, my brother?
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's going on, Chief?
Doing all right.
It's not much.
You guys don't know Fire Cups. You guys got to get them. I know I rock them every barbecue I do.
Dude, I've never tried fire cups. I've heard of them, but I've never tried them.
Yeah.
Well, there's always time for a first, my brothers.
There you go.
The new Fire Cage is hitting the market right now too. Fire Cage 2.0 is out there. The Fire Bridge, the new Black Mollies for Tommy's channel. Yeah, we've got big line of products out there right
Wait,
now.
so this is Mr. Fire Cups himself?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. I missed that. Hey, how you doing? Good to meet you.
Hey, how you doing, Dog Father?
Hey, man, I'm living the dream, dude.
Apparently.
Hey, I get to hang out with these guys, man. I'm having a great time, man.
Exactly. That's the dream team right there.
I'm
That's
having a great time
that's
with
a
it.
learning team.
No,
I love this kind of stuff. I wish I wasn't in the host tonight so I could pay more attention to what Alton and everybody's talking about. I'm trying to keep up with everything. And
man, it's just I just try to share some things that work for me. I know how frustrating it was for me when I was literally trying to grow the channel and I didn't know how. And so what I would do is I start talking to these guys that were successful. I mean, dude, you're not going to get the knowledge unless you ask, right? And
Right.
so I would go talk to these guys, Justin, Baby Back Maniac at the time. T-Roy, talked to him some, just different guys, man. I mean, just ask them, well, what worked for you? And the algorithm game is just so funny and inconsistent that you really just don't know. And so you kind of have to fall back on practices of look at what the analytics are telling you. There's a lot of data at your fingertips just looking at your analytics, and looking at your videos that were the most successful. And then, like I said, double down on it, triple down on it, quadruple down on it, and see what happens. And if you get to that 5th, 6th, 7th video and now it's not popping as much, okay, maybe it's time to move on to your next thing. And that's if you're trying to grow the channel. If you are making, and say you're making, your content, and this is one of the hardest things I know for me. One of the hardest things I got to hear was that your content sucked. But it did. It absolutely did. And it's one of those things where you got to look in the mirror and say, okay, either I'm gonna, go bitch and whine about it, or I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, it was pretty bad. Let's see if we can change things and make it better. And so you kind of have to look at it in that sense too. If you're doing all the behind the scenes things, right, as far as putting the videos on and this and that, and you're still not gaining traction, then look at the number of views. If you're not getting, and I'm just using it as a number, if you're not getting, say, 1,000 views on something, okay, maybe I need to change up how I do it. Maybe it's just not interesting enough. You're going to have this core group of people that are always going to watch your content. You know what I mean? I had that in the beginning. Because I always had the guys that, I got in my live stream and I had the same 20, 30 people that would show up in the live streams and would watch my videos. And it was, I was grateful for it. But I was trying to figure out, how do I get outside of that? How do you get outside of that to get more people to come in? And that's where you have to start looking at, well, maybe my content's just not good enough to hold their attention. So maybe I need to change up how I do videos. And those are the types of things that I had to go through. And that's what kind of worked for me. Each one of you guys are going to have your own path, and you're going to figure out what's going to work best for you, what's not going to work for you. And then you'll adjust accordingly, man, and get that success. It'll happen.
Hey, surround yourself with successful people and be a sponge. You're not stealing from anyone. You're not shigging, as they call it in the barbecue competition world. Be a sponge. Absorb all you can from the people you look up to, and that's the way you're going to be successful. You have to absorb.
Absolutely. One thing about we always say the barbecue bros is hashtag barbecue fam.
Yeah,
hashtag barbecue fam. Everybody wants to help and everybody wants to work together.
Yeah, our family is great. Our barbecue family is great. The people I have on my team support us so good. They push the product, and that's why I'm able to do what I do, is because of the ambassadors and the team that I've built.
Absolutely.
Like Jorge.
Yeah. Thank you.
All from 805.
Oh yeah, I love pushing your product, man. And the only reason I pushed it because it was better than those tumbleweeds. That's the only reason I pushed it, because
I'll put my fire stuff against anything out there.
Yeah, it's a stronger fire. It lasts a lot longer than the tumbleweeds.
Yeah, the cubes, the booms, anything that's out there, the Fogos. I can honestly say, as I'm sitting here right now, I'll go head to head and I'll beat them all hands down.
Yeah, I like you said earlier, I bought the fire cups. Then I liked them, and so I started, pushing for people to use them. Yeah. So it's a great product.
That's all it all starts. If you guys get fire cups and you don't like them, then say it or don't. I don't. It's not going to hurt my feelings either way. It's just how we get going out there. I wouldn't have put my toes in the water had I not done my research and all my R&D and talked to all the people that I've talked to, and how people like Tommy and the Cooking Cop and Babe and Beers, all my ambassadors that have 30, 40, 50,000 viewer, subscriber channels. They're the ones that told me, hey, try this, try that, try that. We need this, we need that. And then look at that. We got Black Mollies for Tommy's new Master Belt Portable. We got Hot Tommy's. We got the Fire Cage, the Fire Bridge. We've got Fire Cups 2.0, Fire Cups Junior, Fire Cups XL. It's whatever you can throw.
Fire Cage is
Those cages are bad. I got those are badass. I like the cages.
Yeah, I'll give you guys all a 2.0, and I don't care if you use them or not. But if you do, just show them to your viewers, and I'll send you guys all a Cage 2.0 if you want.
Yeah.
We're
just following you on Instagram right now.
I'm welding 2 days a week on them fire cages, man. Welding and drilling. Yeah, we're cranking them out right now.
Well, I may be late to the party on the Fire Cups, but I'm following you on IG now, brother.
Yeah. So I'm on Fire Cups, Instagram, and then I also have a little tiny YouTube channel just to show the products, and then our website, firecups.com. Go check us out. Leave a comment, and let me get you some out, Dogfather. That's all I can say, man. Get them in your hand.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll on Instagram, I'm seeing is it Fire Cups _ Tiger McCool barbecue.
I think so.
Okay, I'll hit you up.
Yeah, hit me up.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man.
I think
that's the kind of thing I like is the guys that are trying to get in and do their product and smaller following or whatever. Dude, I like helping people like that.
I'm as grassroots as they can be. I make everything by hand in my garage, my shop. You can check out Eric Rowley from the Barbecue HQ. I did a video with him doing the Fire Cups on a birch barrel.
Nice.
Like he says, he gets shipped products every single day, and out of every single thing he got shipped, this stood out, and he had to make a video with it.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Yeah, and now I'm carried in there, and that's all I could ask for. Dino Dan, ambassadors, everyone that's an ambassador for Fire Cups got us to where we're at today.
There you go, man. I like that.
Yeah,
Papa Smokehouse.
And I love seeing what he does. I've watched that cat since he had 100 followers. Now he's close to 600. His videos get better. I actually look forward to my Fridays. I'm being honest, dude. That cat is fun to watch. He's like a ray of sunshine to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, man. And I commented on your video you did there the other day, George, and I told you, I said, dude, I like that.
Oh yeah,
the
Texas Twinkies.
Yeah, the Texas Twinkies video.
I didn't want to put that video out. I had that in the back burner for like 2 months, and I couldn't edit my video fast enough. So I said, this is all I got to put out to stay consistent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and here's what I'll say about that video. And this is just me, my personal whatever. The first half of that video, I loved it. The pacing was great. There was no frills, no fluff, no whatever. You jumped right into it. You got into doing the video. You gave a perfect example of each step of what you were doing and didn't get bogged down with showing too much of it. So that's why I say the pacing on it was great. You gave great knowledge of the recipe that you were doing and how you were doing it. And so that part of it, dude, I was all in on. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Now, the part where I was kind of getting lost was, well, then you went into making rice. And I was like, wait, hold up. I thought this was a Texas Twinkie video, And I was like, why is he making rice? What's going on here? Type thing. And so for me, it kind of got to where I was like, okay, I think I just lost something here, but no, when you were on the point of what your video, the title was, and you stayed with it, dude. I love it. Okay. I thought it was great, man. I thought it was great. And again, the pacing on it was perfect.
Yeah, I didn't know Anthony was talking about me. I was waiting for the name. Who's he talking about?
But
yeah, I needed to make the video longer because it was short, and that's what I'm starting to figure out now with my Kanka. It's straight to the point, 5-minute video if I can stretch it that long. But it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one thing I will say that I can say for me, it did not work, was trying to make a video longer. If
Yeah.
you're at that point where you feel like you have to make
Yeah.
a video longer, you're
Don't.
probably going to make content that's going to turn the viewer off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
stick with it. If it's a
100%
5-minute video, then it's
that.
a 5-minute video. If it's a 10-minute video, it's a 10-minute video. One of the things I think I told y'all in the beginning was, dude, you make the video as long as it needs to be to tell the story you're trying to tell.
Yeah. Yeah. In the beginning, I got a 17-minute video.
Yeah. And you think about it, when's the last time you actually sat on YouTube and watched a 17-minute video?
Lance, when?
Lance.
I support my brother.
Dude. A lot of times when I see videos, I look at how long is the video? How long is the video? How long? 15 minutes? No, I ain't got time for that.
I've been cutting mine back a lot lately. I need to get a question here before Anthony cuts out. I don't know how long Anthony's going to be on here. Papa Smokehouse, I'd like to know what you use as a smoker. If you would chime into the chat, please. Curious if you use a charcoal burner or something like that.
What's my go-to or what's in my repertoire?
No, I wanted to ask Papa Smokehouse a question before you left. I mean, I have your phone number. I can text you.
Oh yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, so the fire cup was invented for my Southern Q gravity fed, because when I got it, I asked Scott Smith. I said, "How do you light this thing?" And he said, "With a plumbing torch." And I said, "Oh, I don't got time for that, man." So the fire cup was invented, and then the precursor for the fire bridge was just a piece of expanded metal that I put across the ash basket to hold the fire cup up high enough to light the charcoal. That got everything rolling, and then that went from there. But the charcoal chimney is where the fire cup really stands out, because that's going to light up whatever you're dumping the charcoal into, versus a specific grill, or the fire bridge works for the gravity fed char griller, or the one for the master build, or my universal one. Those are specific for specific grills, but hands down, at the end of the day, the fire cup was invented for lighting charcoal chimneys at a high rate. I mean, we have a 12 to 17 inch flame, burns at 1200 degrees, 17 to 25 minutes, depending on what cup you're using. So they were invented out of necessity, to be honest. So yeah, they're solution based. Our company is solution based. You give us a problem, and we're going to give you a solution for it. I hope that answered your question, Lance.
No, it does. It does. I saw someone use. I'm not even sure. It may have been George that used the metal caps. The bridge. It's not the bridge. It's
The cage.
No, the cage. Yeah, George. Yeah, George has fire cage.
All that. I was like, wow, that was really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. The fire cage is great. The fire bridge holds your fire cup up, and it also holds your wood chunks for the people that like to have the ash hit the wood chunks, and give them a little extra smoke. Of course, like the black mollies are made just for that one only char griller, portable. Everything's pretty much specifically made for something, but the actual original fire cup is universal. I mean, they're waterproof, they're windproof. They come in a 10 millimeter Ziploc waterproof bag. You can throw them in your backpack, your kayak, your glove box, wherever you want. So
I like your thinking, Russ.
yeah, we even make hot pink ones for Maddie.
I like
and
your
Keith.
thinking.
I saw that from Russ too.
Yeah, they're great for camping. That's no doubt. I'm going camping in July to Yosemite, and I'm taking those fire cups with me.
Oh yeah, even like the junior fire cup, just light up your little tabletop kettle, your little hibachi, your kebab grill.
Yeah, I got a few in there. I haven't used them yet, but I do have a few.
What's up, Grumpus?
Yeah, a regular fire cup's a little overkill for certain things. Like my cousin in Michigan helped us design the fire cups junior, and now actually, as of last night, we're coming out with a minion method dividers for your charcoal baskets that's going to actually hold a fire cup in the actual minion basket for you. So you won't even have to use the fire cage. It'll already be integrated in your fire basket.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, we got a full
Is that like
metal
an S-shaped type of basket?
Yeah, we're fabbing all that we can. We're making the brisket racks. We're making the choke plates for the master builds. We're making the fire grate tool with the bottle opener. Yeah, if you want something custom, we're making custom grills or grates for the Green Mountain grills. So yeah, we're pushing along as far as production.
I'm
Out yet,
actually on
Mark?
your website right now looking at these products that you're speaking of too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Dog Father.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we don't have any new pictures of the fire cage, but Instagram pretty much has everything up to date. The website takes me about 72 hours for everything to go up into the cloud or whatever they call it. So every time I put something new on the site, it doesn't always come up instantly.
Yeah, I'm looking at your minion basket on your Instagram as well, and it kind of reminded me of I've seen some stuff like this that they did on what was it, Lone Star Grills?
Yeah,
while back,
LSG.
you made a basket, something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now our minion basket will have a specific holder for your fire cup.
Ah, okay. So you just kind of pop it in there and light it, and it just feeds across the charcoal from there.
Exactly. Yeah, and we're using all 16 gauge stainless steel for our stainless steel applications. The fire cages are all 14 gauge high carbon steel with a 2000 degree ceramic coating.
Nice.
Yeah. So
is this meant specifically for offsets, or is this isn't like a Weber kettle type thing, right?
Well, the fire cage would work great for a Weber kettle. The fire cup in general lights your charcoal chimney, your offset, your gravity fed, pretty much anything you have. Kamado, bottom, you throw a smoker at it, and it'll light it.
Gotcha.
But the fire bridge, so to speak, if you see that, that's for the Char Griller 980 and for the master builds.
Okay, so you make them different sizes depending on the grill.
Exactly. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
order every single grill that's out there that's in my wheelhouse, and I do R&D on the specific grill, so I know that I can adequately and competently say that, hey, it works perfectly for your specific application.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like
nowadays. I just call it cooker because people. I got a smoker, I got a pellet grill, it's a cooker, man. You're cooking on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm not a barbecue snob. I know there's many people out there say, "Oh, you're not barbecuing if you're not cooking on an offset." Dude, I say cook on what you got.
No,
right.
I've cooked on rocks in the middle of the desert. I cook on anything, man. I cooked in a trash can before.
Yep.
I've cooked in a file cabinet. I mean, come on.
And you know what though, because people throw that term out there really loosely, as in a pit master.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
you run an offset cooker. Okay, and
Right.
there's so many people out there
I think
that
you're a master of many pits.
yeah. If you can cook on just about anything somebody throws at you, or cook on nothing, have nothing there and have to figure out how to, cook, like you said, cook on some rocks or whatever.
I was stuck.
That's the pit master.
Yeah. We had four people trapped in the desert with a 6-pack of chicken thighs and nothing. I found 8 rocks. I lit a fire in between the rocks and got them so hot to where they would actually cook the chicken breast.
Yep.
And it was
like
juicy.
there was the
so hot.
yeah, dude. There was the show that was on. I think it was on Netflix, and it was the one that Rashid and Tina Cannon went to the finals on that show. And I remember them doing an interview with Rashid, and he was saying, like he hadn't cooked on whatever, because they were throwing all these different, cooking vessels at him and say, hey, use this, use that. And he's like, you know what? I've never used this before, but hey, I know how to manage a fire. So I'm gonna build a fire and figure out how to cook, and to me, those are the people, they get into that pit master, title, not just us dudes sitting back here firing up a pellet grill or a Weber kettle or an offset. Anybody can do that, and I don't mean that lightly, like, it's nothing.
No,
I'm just saying that in order to get that pit master status, dude, you got to do a lot more than just that.
Yeah. And another question a guy asked me, he says, how do you consider yourself a pit master? I said, well, we just said, and I said, and at the end of the day, when someone pays me $30 for a pound of brisket every Saturday, I think that qualifies me too. I did barbecue catering during the pandemic because no one would leave their house with come to the market for fresh barbecue on Saturdays. So, I reeled them in that way.
I hear that, man.
I'm gonna give another shout out. I'm hoping Smokehouse Papa is still in the chat. If you are, please respond with what type of a cooker that you use. I'm hoping you're using a charcoal filter or a cooker of some type.
Who?
Smokehouse Papa.
Papa Smokehouse?
Yeah. I'm not subscribed to it, but I will after this.
Is it Papa Smokehouse?
Yeah,
Papa
Papa
Smokehouse.
Yeah, Papa Smokehouse.
All right, Papa Smokehouse. Maybe that's why he didn't respond. I probably said it wrong.
You got them all offended now.
All right, gentlemen, I think I'm going to wind this down. It's Mother's Day. I'm going to go hang out with the, well, I don't actually really have a mother here on planet Earth, but my adopted mother.
Right on.
There you go.
Right on.
All right, Anthony, I appreciate you jumping
Good
in.
chatting with
Yeah,
you,
man. Anthony, I'll hit you up on IG, brother.
Everyone hit me
Go
up.
Fire
Everyone
Cubs.
that's on the chat, hit me up, and I'll get you guys some fire cages, please. I'd love to send them out to you.
Sounds good, man.
Bro. You got it.
You guys, God bless. Have a good one.
All right, man. Have a great week, man.
You too.
Hey, I'm interested. What did you guys cook today for Mother's Day? Did y'all cook?
Yeah.
We did. Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
I cooked the wife a sirloin steak.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
I did a platter. Here in California, they sell these Mexican platters. Has ranchera, chicken, sausage. It has all kinds of different stuff,
Nice.
So the family wanted me to barbecue. I didn't want to barbecue, but that's what the family wanted, So I went over there and cooked that.
There you go. How about you, Lance? What did you do today?
I hung ribs for a second time.
Nice.
I hung some ribs a couple weeks back. I was really, really happy with them. I should have followed the same procedures. I didn't this time. I used a duck fat. All right. We got another OG in the house. I used a duck fat instead of a mustard liner. And the ribs really turned out oily. I wasn't happy with them at all, but good flavor. As soon as I opened them up, I wasn't happy with the ribs. We have a collab going on, and it was my cook, and just so happens my wife likes ribs about as much as I do. So I got two birds with one stone that way. And they were oily, but they were turned out oily.
Good stuff.
Still ate
Russ,
it.
how are you, my brother?
Russ.
Hey,
How's it
man,
going, Russ?
I don't have my good camera set up that I normally have. It's over at my son's house in Mobile. Can y'all hear me?
Hey, man, you sound great. You look great, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just a camera that's on my screen here. That thing is 8 years old, so I know the quality ain't good at all, but that's all I got right now. That or my phone.
Some of us need like all this lighting and this and that and the other to make us look presentable, but my man Russ just pops in like, hey, here I am.
Well, I've got
and he looks fantastic.
This room is so cluttered. This is my computer room, so I'll just turn the light that away. How's that?
No, man, you sound great, dude. You look great.
Yeah.
I need to shave my beard. I can tell that.
Finally caught up to your wing cook today, Russ. That was great.
I seen your comment. I commented back to you. It took me a day, I think, but I don't know if you've seen that Facebook post, but I did a whole cow head, man. This thing was 50 pounds.
Wow.
We're estimating 50. It lost some weight over 8 hour smoke before we wrapped it and put it into my PK100 smoker, but it still felt like it was a good 45 pounds. That thing was heavy. I got thinking about it. I said, well, heck, it's a cow head. Of course it weighs that much. Those things weigh a couple thousand pounds.
Yeah.
Could have been more, really. But
can't have a little bitty old head with that big body, I guess.
That thing was 25 inches. I mean, it was huge. Good gracious.
That'd be fun to cook, though.
It was more something just to try, because when it's all said and done, you're eating the cheeks and the tongue. Some people eat the brains and the eyes. I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah, I've tried the eyes. They're too gummy for me. It's like a gummy bear.
Yeah.
And the brains, like Jello, is disgusting, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I had to try. You know what I mean? It's just like
My son actually grabbed some of the brains and tasted it. I'm like, ugh. And I,
the
you
brains
know,
are
I
like
got,
cottage cheese. Disgusting.
yeah, that's what it looked like. It's
Ugh.
real white, and he goes, I don't like the texture, but it don't taste real bad. I said, well, here, you can have all of them. He goes, no, I'm good.
That's what I call a hard pass for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too. But the cheek
that's
meat,
like them.
the
Them
cheek,
crackers.
man, that is great.
Oh
The
yeah.
tongue's not bad either. So you mix the tongue in with the cheek, and that cheek is really good. That's got a good beefy flavor, but that's, you know.
That's
But
what I
that's
used
all-
to make a barbacoa with. I actually tried to pick some up at the grocery store today, and they were out.
Yeah. But the good thing about, I reckon, cooking with a whole hog, whole cow head, is all that fat kind of melts away, or a lot of it. So there's really no trimming.
Yeah.
It's so easy to pull the meat away from the fat. And it's like anything else. Even though Meathead over there at Amazing Ribs would say that is not true, I would say that things taste better cooked on the bone, you know. So
Oh yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
just my 2 cents, but I'm a firm believer of that.
yeah. I've always heard that. Anything of a bone, you're gonna get better flavor out of it.
always.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's
That's
that bone
another one. I
marrow
was trying to
boat.
get. I was trying to get bone marrow boats today too. I couldn't get those either.
Oh, I like marrow. That's good
Oh, that stuff is great.
Oh yeah.
I think
Roast
I've
that
seen
up
you
with
eat
some-
marrow before, Alton.
What's that?
I think I've seen you cook up some marrow before on the back.
Yeah,
porch.
I did it on a video a while back. But man, you
Yeah.
roast that up with SPG or whatever, and man, put that in, mix it in with some butter, put it on your steak.
Wow, man.
Come on, man.
Guga does that all the time.
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. You know, and I asked you guys what y'all cooked, and I didn't say what I cooked. I didn't actually get on the grill or anything today. We actually did seafood. So we kind of did like a little low country boil, some shrimp and some Dungeness crab in it. Got the sausage, potatoes, and corn and eggs and stuff in there. So, the wife wanted that today, so that's what we did. So it worked out pretty good.
That
Yeah,
Dungeness
unfortunately for
crab
me,
is
I've never
good.
had that before.
Oh, that's some good stuff, dude.
Never. My daughters have, but I've never tried it. I seen Russ did a video with Dead Broke, and he did all like this stuff.
Oh
too.
yeah, that's
Oh,
some
yeah.
good eating, man.
Well,
Yeah.
You get a bunch of people over and you get that going, man, and get the cold beer flowing, and dude, it's just a good time. It's a good time.
When we went camping, we used to do that, and I was always the one that did all the cooking for it. We would do the crabs, crab legs, shrimp, baby red potatoes. I used to soak the pierce them, poke them, and soak
Right.
them in Old Bay water the night before. Throw them on corn on the cob, and just like you said, just pour it on the table.
Yep.
Just dig in, man.
Dude.
my mouth's watering right now.
One of the first videos of Russ's that I watched was you doing crawfish.
Yeah, you was
Yeah.
talking about videos that do well on your channel, what the algorithm really picks up on.
Yeah.
And I hate a lot of times that it kind of categorizes me in that crawfish seafood thing, because
Right.
I don't do that. I mean, it's expensive for one thing, and
It
it's
is.
seasonal. I mean, crawfish are very seasonal.
Yeah.
But when I do them, almost all of them, not all of them, it's like I got a boil when Jeff Rice was down here back a few months ago. It was just a little boil, and it hasn't done that well compared to the other ones. But if you go to my most popular videos, it only shows you 10 of them, in 2 pages. 5 of those are seafood or crawfish related. 5 videos out of 10 of them. So that's screaming to me, you need to do more boils. But it's always the big pots. I don't know how it knows, but if I use a little pot, they don't do that well.
Yeah.
I guess it's that jet engine they're picking up on it sounds like. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
people get enamored when they see very large cooks. You know,
Yeah.
and you see somebody say, "Oh, I've got 500 pounds of pork butt going on." People are like, "Ooh,
Right.
let me watch this," you know,
Right.
versus, "Oh, if I only have, you know, a couple of pork butts going on, whatever."
Like, how do you
Right.
pull that off?
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
know
why
that
I'm
Thyron
sorry.
over there at TNT Barbecue, you know, when he does his live streams and he does like really big cooks for his catering events and things like of that nature, I've noticed that, you know, his videos, man, those live streams really do well, you know,
Yeah.
because he's cooking such a big quantity of different meats.
right.
Yeah, he does some huge cooks.
Yeah, he does. He does.
But I do other things because I have to, because like I said, I can't do crawfish every week. Not only that, if you did it all the time, it'd probably lose its appeal, you know. But I don't know what's going on with YouTube. You know, you said something about I can do a video and get 100,000. I'm like, boy, I wish. I mean, some of them do, you know, but they far and few in between, you know. But I really don't do as well as what I did 3 or 4 years ago. But I'm still doing better than a lot of channels because I know what I'm at least good for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if I can get more than that, if I get one that sticks to the wall, then I'm good. But they're hard to find, you know. They're hard to figure out.
You know, and once you actually make them and they are, you know, really taking off, you just got to keep rolling with it. You know, our buddy Bradley over at Chud's Barbecue.
Oh,
for
he's
instance,
killing it, man. That
dude.
guy's blowing everybody out of the
he
water.
jumped
It's
in
like,
full time now, and he's doing videos, and he's releasing what 3, 4, 5 videos a week, and he's just keep double down on the stuff that works, and he's just growing phenomenally.
I tell you what, he's like at 132,000, and I didn't get near them kind of views when I was at 132,000. Like, holy smoke! He has a lot of subs that are actually watching, which is rare, you know.
Yep.
A lot of people sub you, and that's all. That's it. They sub it, and they never come back, you know.
Right.
And that's one of the good analytics to look at too, is to look at when you're watching your video,
yeah.
seeing how many of that percentage is actual subscribers.
Yeah. I average around 15%. You know,
yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, about 15%. I'm like, too bad that all of them don't watch every video.
Exactly. And you wish they would. You would try to get them, but they just, for whatever reason, they work out that way.
Exactly.
And that's why I was telling you guys earlier when I said you're gonna have those core people that are gonna watch your content, but if you're looking to grow, you have to kind of figure out ways to get outside that circle. That's the hard part.
Yep, I agree.
So, and you can do all the different, you know, methods and this and that and the others, and think you're doing, you know, absolutely. Like John and I, you know, we talked about one of your videos, and we talked about how you went through TubeBuddy and used the SEO optimizer and all of that. And I mean, there's only so much you can do, you know. And at that point, it's just got to go out there, because even some of the videos that I've done before that actually ended up doing really well, I remember when I first put them out there, dude, they didn't do nothing. I mean, for the first few weeks, there was nothing. And then all of a sudden, something happened and it starts to take off. So just be patient, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you know, it'll work out.
Oh yeah,
absolutely, Joe. Sometimes you just have to get that bait, go find the big fish.
Yeah.
But that's another one. I mean, Joe, dude, you know, he took off.
The beast.
You know, Joe took off and he found his niche and jumped in there and started hammering. You know, I think that, you know, we talked about it a few times, and, you know, and I had told him, I said, well, dude, at that particular time, I think it was his pulled pork video that he did, like Texas versus Carolina type thing. And I said, dude, that video did so well for you, man. Make another video, you know, do 2, 3, 4 videos of it, you know. And he's kind of looking at me like, what are you talking about? You know, but I think, dude, he's got that rhythm now, man, that he can pretty much do what he wants to do. You know, like we said earlier, you do what you have to do, you know, until you can do what you want to do. And now he's at that point. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do, dude. He's going to get the views.
He's about ready to go full-time too, I believe. I remember one of his lives, he was talking about leaving his full-time job.
Yeah, he's going to be opening a food truck.
Food truck, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a goal for everybody, man. Well, for me anyways.
That's going to be that's really a great way to make money. My son did a barbecue benefit. I guess it's been 2 weekends now, and he did a bunch of pork butt on my offset. It's over there at his house. That's where we're shooting videos. but he brought in $5,000 that Saturday. It was a benefit, though. You know, a lot of people just showed up for the calls, but I'm like, dude, if you could only make half of that, you know, the guy that owns the place, it's at a bar. It's outside the bar, and the guy's offering him to come in there once a week, I think, for a day and do it. So you ought to do it. I said, even if you only made half of that, I said, you're going to be way ahead than what you can do from YouTube, you know. And so he might do it, but there's good money in that food truck, catering, all of that. I mean, really good money. It's a lot of work, though.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Well, he even said, man, I'm about dead. He goes, that kicked my butt.
Yes, sir.
I said, I know, but do it twice a week and take off 5 days, get prepped up, get what you need, knock it out for 2 days, and roll in the cash. You just got to track everything, keep up with it, you know.
You know, and we didn't even, it wasn't a food truck deal we did. I mean, it might as well have been, but the deal we did yesterday, you know, at that Smoke Game Strong, and we were just helping out one of our buddies doing the cooking and this and that, the other. And dude, I tell you, by the end of the day, I was wiped out, you know, and I mean, and I have this other thing that I'm dealing with and whatever at the same time, but still, even when I've done stuff like that in the past where I did pop-ups or whatever, dude, it's a lot of work, you know, and it's gut check time, to be honest with you. People to say, oh, I want to have a food truck and I wanted this and I wanted that. And it's like, once you get it, you better be ready because it's a lot of work, you know, and you're going to look at the money you're making versus the hours and time that you put into it. And it's really not going to add up. So you really got to love what you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. My taco business, it blew up for 10 years. And at the end of the day, you got to wash dishes and, it's, you know, cut costs. You got to pay your employees. You know, I had 10 people working for me at one point, you know, and 5 weddings in 1 weekend. It was insane, you know.
Yeah. And then you got to, you know, look at where you're at, you know, as far as like here, you know, Travis County is where we're at. And Travis County makes it really tough on people doing food trucks and things like that, you know, with health, you know, the health departments and their regulations and stuff. So, I mean, it's a lot more to it than just say, oh, I'm going to open up a food truck, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've had people ask me, I don't know how many times on videos, like, when are you going to open up a restaurant? I'm like, I'm not. I have no plans to. To me, that would run it for me. It would no longer be a passion. Absolutely. It would then become a job. And I know people personally that had and has restaurants. And if I ever did anything, it would be like a food truck. I think that's a lot more manageable.
Low cost.
Yeah, I'd rather do a food truck any day.
But I'm like, no way. Especially now, I'm 63, man, and everything kicks my butt nowadays. Just shooting a video, you know. Dude, you know, it's like it gets harder and harder. You know.
One of the funny things my wife said the other day to me, and I can't remember where she read it or something, and she was talking about us, you know, getting up there in age, and she said, you know. Says you got to start and change the way you look at it and how you present it. You know how you get out of the bed and you're like, oh, you know, the aching or whatever. She's like, you got to get out of the bed and say, ta-da, I made
it. hey, Joe, you might have something there because I love cheesy grits and I love shrimp and grits. So a cheesy crawfish. He said crayfish. Man, we got to tune him up. It's not crayfish.
I've never had crawfish or grits before, man.
Dude, that's like I think Joe had the other day. He had his live stream on, and Blevin was on there talking about doing a crawfish queso on top of something. I can't remember what it was, and I was like, man, that right there, that stuff that we used to really.
Hear an airplane.
Yeah, right.
What the hell was that?
But I tell you what, if you guys are into that whole Creole seasonings and stuff like that, dude, you got to check out West Coast Cajun cuisine because he's
I have.
Really
I know
good.
You talking about how do you pronounce his name? Belvin or
Blevin
or Blevin?
It's Blevin.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a really good Creole seasoning.
He might be on the West Coast, but he's from Louisiana and he knows what he's doing.
Absolutely.
I tell you,
I watch his channel a lot for different recipes.
Yeah,
all this seafood talk, y'all got my throat itching.
I just watch that because I live in Biloxi, you know, raised on the coast, and that's what we grew up eating a lot, you know. and I used to go shrimping on shrimp boats and love to fish. And it's just I've been surrounded with it, so naturally I would include it on my channel. You know.
Yeah, man. I love that food, man. You know, the
Oh yeah, me too.
gumbos and etouffees and all. I mean, come on, man. I don't know if were you in here, Russ, when who was that? Who was that was talking about a gumbo pizza?
Mojo.
Yeah. I'd never heard of that. A gumbo pizza. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
That would be really interesting to see somebody make that, though.
That'd be a wet pizza.
Dance, go viral.
You know where I could see that is we were watching. I'm sure you guys probably watch a lot of cooking channel stuff, you know, whatever too. And yesterday we were watching something. I don't even remember what the place was, but basically they took like a baguette style, you know, like the big long French bread baguettes or whatever they're called. They basically cut them into sections, and then what they did was they cut it to where they didn't cut all the way through, but they made it to where it basically had like a lid, and then they hollowed out the bread. Wow. And then they were stuffing, you know, like curry and stuff in it.
No, I've done that. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
They make these little French rolls, pistolets, and I've stuffed it with something with cheese. Matter of fact, I think it was crawfish and something cheesy a long time ago, early in my channel. I can't remember what that was called, but it was good. It was almost like a hot pocket, but it's French bread, you know.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, dude, have some of that stuff with some barbacoa and, you know, with the pickled onions and stuff like that would be good, man.
Heck yeah. Well, a lot of these gas stations around here, they have sausage stuffed into a roll like that. What do they call that?
Kolache. Yeah.
Kolache, yeah.
Yeah, we got one of the barbecue spots here. It's funny because people always ask me what are my, you know, favorite places to go eat barbecue in Austin. And Kerlin Barbecue is the name of it. Kerlin, Kerlin Barbecue. And they're always in my top 3, like always. And so what they started doing some years ago is they started making barbecue kolaches. And they were, you know, got a great following on them because you stuff them with brisket or pulled pork or sausage or whatever. And so now they finally opened up another food truck and they call it Kerlaches.
Wow.
Playing off the name of Kerlin. And so the wife is basically doing all her Kerlaches over there. And dude, if you ever come through Austin, you got to go check them out.
Yeah, they got a lot of play. I'd love to one of these days, man. I don't know when or how or any of that anytime. I am flying to Wisconsin to go see Jeff in July. And
there you go.
This week, I guess it's still on. I haven't heard from Brian, but I'm supposed to be riding along with them going up to Memphis in May with the barbecue team.
Nice.
Hog Addiction, yeah. And they're actually ranking number 2 in the nation right now in the whole hog. I think they got a good chance of taking that. I'm just going. They said they were having me a shirt made and a bracelet and all that, but I'll do whatever they want me to do. But for the most part, I'm gonna be my camera. I'm gonna be the PR guy.
Yeah.
Dude, so that you're talking about, is that the guy that got actually second place behind Myron Mixon last year?
I don't know. I don't remember if they did or not last year. I don't know. I just know this year through all these other competitions that it's got them at number 2 in the nation.
Nice. Hog Addiction.
Now the guy that heads it up, the team leader, he was with another team back in 2019, and I don't even know the team that he was with. It's before he formed Hog Addiction, but the guy I'm referring to is Marcio Bargian. I actually have a video of him showing how to do an SCA steak. And he wants to do another one because he said, this time I want to show you all my secrets. Because he got blasted by a lot of people. Said, man, you're showing them everything. He said, I didn't show them everything. So he said, just to kind of hush them up or whatever, he wants to spill the beans. All right. Anytime you're ready, buddy, we'll rock and roll. You know?
That's funny.
But he was on that team, but he's one heading up Hog Addiction. So hopefully, man.
I have to look for that.
Yeah, they come in number 1 that year, 2019. So
that would be cool. That would be very
I'll
cool.
definitely keep an eye out for that, man. I got some friends that are going to be out there doing their thing. So they live streamed the results last year. Okay. And I saw they actually won for what was it, for ribs? I think it was ribs they won. But I was
know.
thinking that name that you were speaking of.
James Cruz, I think, took first place in Memphis in May last year. I think, maybe not. I forget the
man, I
team
can't
name,
remember.
but I know him too. He's out of New Orleans, and he's really big into barbecue.
Yeah.
And he comes to some of these local events right here that what is that, KCBS, Kansas City Barbecue Society. And I'll show up every now and then. He'll let me know he's coming in town. I'll just go hang out all day. He does everything. I mean, he'll get up at 5 a.m, put the brisket on that old hickory, and I just like watching him work, you know.
Right.
And the last one I went to that he was at, he come in first place brisket that day. He took that, but he was mad because he couldn't even place in ribs. And he goes, I always place in ribs, but not that day. But he took first place brisket. I'm like, dang, I'd be more happier with that if it was me. But I'm not a competition cook, though, you know.
I
But
can't get into
I
it.
like watching it. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to eat it. I mean, it's just too
No.
much.
That's why I tell people it's a big difference between competition barbecue and backyard barbecue.
Oh yeah, big time. But I enjoy watching. I'll sit there. I've watched, I don't know, Pitmaster, the old barbecue Pitmaster. I've watched every one of them. Pitmaster Wars. I mean, all of them. I'll sit.
It's fun to watch.
I'll watch it for hours, man. It's fun. You know.
I would like to see them do that with SCA.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty cool. And, because at one point we decided, you know what, we're not competition cooks, but you know what, steak, I can see that's just a one-day thing, so maybe I could do that.
And it's one day, and they pay for the steaks and all the other ancillaries. You know, they pay for all that. You get you a pop-up tin, ice chest, and a grill. You're in it, man.
You're there. All you need is a Weber kettle.
Yeah, the fees are very affordable. But the shed puts on that big one every year. Now, I did go to that. One of the guys that's on this team, Chad Whittington, he invited me the year COVID hit, 2020, to the shed. But me and Brian Ducharme had to cook the ribs, so I actually did cook in that event.
Okay.
And there was over 200 teams, and our ribs come in number 13 out of 200. And this first time I ever did crap for a competition. I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah.
They were pretty, man. They were really pretty. I think what I would have ranked higher, but I had just got that Gateway drum smoker, and I didn't have enough smoke on it. Didn't put enough wood chunks in there. I should load up on wood because we didn't smoke that long before we glazed them and wrapped them, and then unwrapped them to kind of let everything set up, after we glazed them. And they were delicious. I mean, they were really good, but there was really very little smoke at all,
Right.
I like that. That's what kicked us down to 13 right there. But nobody could complain about the flavor. We had everything in the cabinet on them things.
Man. Well, I tell you what, I said that I was going to do the SCA thing, man, and I went out, got the Makita, chest, box with all my stuff in it, all my secret seasonings, and went and got certified to be a certified SCA judge, because I figured, well, hell, if I know what the judges are looking for, it's going to help. So I went and did that, and then we went down to Lockhart and we actually judged an SCA event, and kind of get my feet wet with how it all works, and then that's when COVID kicked in, and I hadn't done jack with it since, dude.
Yeah, that's like the shed. In 2020, that was like a month before you even heard about COVID. Then when 2000 and the following year, I don't know if they postponed it or pushed it back or whatever. But at any rate, I didn't go back, and I didn't go this year. Then I wish I would have, because there were certain people there that I just wanted to meet. I got to meet Malcolm Reed at the one I went to.
Nice.
And I had to look him up, man. He was staying in the RV park, which is part of the shed. They own all that. And you walk down this long road, and he's at the very end of it with Mark Williams from Swine Life.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked up, and Brad Barrett with Grill Grapes was sitting there interviewing him had a camera going. I was like, oh crap, he's busy. And finally he got through with him, and he recognized me, and we sit there and talk just briefly because I knew he was busy. I just wanted to meet the man,
That was a video, wasn't it, Russ?
Yeah, I got it on the video.
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that.
I think
I saw the one where you eat it too.
Yeah, that's it. That's the shed.
Okay.
You can see the ribs we did, man. They turned out beautiful. They're pretty.
I tell you what, that's an OG of YouTube right there too.
Yeah.
Who's
Any
that?
talk of Brian and
Malcolm
Shayla
Ray?
getting back on YouTube?
I'm sorry, what?
Any talk of Brian and Shayla getting back on YouTube, or is that restaurant keeping them pretty busy?
Who you talking about?
Smokehouse Bayou.
He is more into TikTok right now, believe it or not. He
Oh,
he
is that
posts about 2 videos every week on TikTok, and I'm sure he'll do more YouTube videos, but he's not as fired up about that as what he was at one time, But he does have.
Didn't they move to a kitchen in a hotel or something like that?
Yeah, they did, but he's back here on the coast, and he was in my recent video. Which one did we do? We did the steak quesadillas, and he's in it.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I saw that.
he's in that video. But he's back on the coast, right here near me. Well, actually, he's in Goshen, which is a couple cities over, but 30-minute drive tops. So it's not too bad.
Those steak quesadillas look great, by the way.
Oh man, that's so good. That marinade, I don't know. You could take tough skirt steak, and it's just gonna make them melt in your mouth.
Yeah.
We took a bite of that, and you didn't have none of them pulling out of it. It was just clean bite,
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
Hey, one thing I want to say real quick to you guys and everybody that's in here still hanging out. Do me a huge favor. If you follow me on Instagram, go to my Instagram page and vote. We have a deal going on right now where my wife is a teacher, and they have the whole teacher appreciation deal going on for Norwegian Cruise Line, and we're trying to get her a free cruise. We're trying to get her voted as one of the top 100. There of these teachers in this contest they got going on. And if you guys wouldn't mind, do us a solid, go to IG, go to my profile page, click the link in my bio, and cast your vote for her. I would really appreciate it if you guys would throw a vote out there for us.
Yeah,
I'll have my daughter vote for me because I have no social media.
You could do it on the community page.
Yeah, I'll use the email.
I did it on the community post.
Yeah, I did it there too. I've got it on the community page as well. You're absolutely right.
Oh yeah.
So either my
I'll
community
go there.
page on YouTube or follow me or click my link in the bio in my on my IG.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, man, I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to see if we can get her ranked in there in top 100.
Yeah, you got my vote.
Appreciate you, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, Russ, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
You said earlier in the chat that you how do I say it? You denied 4 pellet smokers or 4 pellet companies.
Yeah, I did.
Why was that, or what was it that you didn't want those?
Well, first off, I'm not a pellet guy. First off, I did have a couple of camp chefs at one time, and I made videos with it, and I got rid of both of them. I said, once you've owned an offset or something like that, they just could not compete. But I knew Lone Star Grills was actually Chris reached out to me and told me his plans, but this was a year and a half before they actually hit the market, which COVID had a lot to do with the supply chain and all that, finally getting it off the ground. But he said that he's designing this thing to smoke like an offset or come in close. Was I interested? I was like, yeah, I'm definitely interested. And I didn't want a lot of competing content on my channel for that LSG. I said, I'll just sit back and wait. And where did I wait? I waited and I waited and I waited. Pit Boss reached out to me more than once. Grilly Grills reached out to me more than once. There's some company, I can't remember the brand name, never even heard of them, but it was something Bear or something like that. And I clicked on it. I haven't seen them nowhere since then. That's what's so odd about it. But anyway, I just kept turning them down, and finally that pit came. And I'll tell you what, I did a brisket on that off camera. And no, it was on camera. It was that stuffed brisket where I stuffed it. It was on camera. And I swear that brisket tasted just like it come off my offset. It had all kind of smoke. I'm like, awesome. And the only reason I don't use it more in my videos now because it's out here in my garage and I'm shooting videos in Mobile, Alabama.
Right.
And my son has nowhere to keep, but he can't keep it on his back porch. It takes up too much room. We wouldn't have enough room to do anything else, and I don't want it in the weather. It stays wrapped up in the garage, and so I did do a video here recently where I just rolled it out. I did a lot of B-roll of me just showing the leg of lamb I was cooking, and then the rest of the video was shot over there. I was rolling B-roll of what I did, and that's not how I want to do videos. You know, I'd rather have it out there with me and do it like I normally do. But we're working on getting it over there. But
that's your LSG?
Yeah, that's the Lone Star Grill's pellet grill.
Yeah.
But man, I love that thing.
You know what's funny is Chris sent me one of those. Yeah. And it's been in my garage wrapped up. I haven't unwrapped it yet.
Oh man.
Literally, I ordered the.
I think you'll be impressed, man. And
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
He's got a new update on it too, and they got more coming. What I want him to do, that thing smokes so much to where it's hard to do poultry on it without getting the poultry too dark. So I want them to take that fireboard. He works for the guys with fireboard on tweaking this thing. I want them to have a poultry and maybe a fish setting with lighter smoke, to where, you know, beef and pork, that's fine. I mean, it's perfect amount of smoke, but it's a little heavy for poultry.
Well, I'm wondering if you can adjust the feed rate on that thing like some of the other cookers you can.
I don't think so. I think it's going to base the feed on the temperature. Yeah. And let me tell you, that thing will put out as much smoke at 325 as it does at 200.
Wow.
I mean, it don't check up. It's steadily smoking. And you constantly hearing ting, 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 ting. You hear them pellets dropping in there. That's how he keeps that smoke going. But the temperature is balanced. But one of the updates he just did, I had to go out there and turn it on, and he downloaded the update. And then he says, when it says 6.2.2, you're updated. And I haven't even had it out since then, but people's complaining about the thermometer on the fireboard is not reading what the analog is. Well, the analog is showing you drastic changes quickly, you know. And so he worked it out to where now it's going to read about where your analog is, as long as your analog is dialed in right, you know.
Just to hutch them up.
My offset's 5 years old, and we just recently cleaned it for the first time and recalibrated it. And because it kind of screwed me up, Jack's Drinkwater come over to do a brisket, and I've always went by that dial. I've never really put a great thermometer in there. And I said, let's cook this thing at about 250, you know. And anyway, I had it at 250, and man, that thing was cooking fast. It was a big old 18-pound brisket. And then at 8 hours in, this thing is probing tender. I said, that can't be right. And it was good. It was really good, but there wasn't enough smoke. It was somewhere between a low and slow and a hot and fast.
Yeah.
And anyway, we got to looking, and that daggum thermometer, that thing was really running around 300 degrees. I'm like, holy crap, no wonder.
I was going to say, it sounded like you were cooking a hot and fast.
We did. Well, not as hot as it could be, but we was kind of somewhere in between. And you could taste some smoke, but nothing what I'm accustomed to off that Lone Star Grill. It was just too clean, you know, it was burning too hot. And that's one thing I would say, that pellet grill will burn heavy, not heavy, but just right smoke at high temps, where the Lone Star Grill's offset won't. The higher the temp, the cleaner the smoke, you know, unless you dial it way back or choke it way back and try, but then you lose your heat too. So, you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to firing that thing up, because like I said, I haven't even plugged it in or anything.
Oh, you'll like it, man.
So I ordered, he told me back in January he was sending it, and it got to me, I guess, within a couple of weeks after that. So I ordered the cover for it.
Okay.
And I literally just got the cover like last week.
Wow.
It took that long, because they're custom made covers.
So you know, there's something else. He's got a new grilling grate that I think it lowers it to get it closer to the fire pot, because it doesn't sear steaks that well. I mean, that fire pot gets hot, but there's a lot of distance. So he's figured something out to get it, when you're grilling, to have it in close range of the fire pot.
Okay.
I don't have that yet. He hasn't sent it or anything, but I'm sure it will.
Well, I'll tell you what,
I
I'm
need
gonna
to
get
get some
this.
videos out for him so I stay in good grace. So I
Well,
want
once
everything
I
he
get
comes out
Barbecue
with.
Boulevard put back together, I'm gonna get this thing out and get it back there. Because right
Yeah.
now, like I said, it's still wrapped up in the plastic, dude. I haven't done anything with it but
Wow.
put it in the garage because I
Crazy.
don't have
Yeah.
the setup
Well,
back there right
you've
now.
been
So.
through a lot, man. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get it
I
going.
had that scare back last fall. You know, I had that kidney cancer in my left
Oh
kidney.
yeah.
And they went in there and removed it, you know, and everything luckily worked. They caught it quick. Matter of fact, it was strictly accidental how they caught it. I was in there for a GI bleed. I was taking some NSAIDs, you know, like what is it called? The not a muscle relaxer, but it's anyway, it's an NSAID, like an aspirin, ibuprofen, but this is strong stuff. And I was taking it for my lower back. I have a lot of back pain. And man, I felt bad one Saturday night, and I just laid down. I woke up next day, went in there, and felt like I had diarrhea or something. Man, it wasn't nothing but pure blood. I'm like, oh crap, yeah. And then a little while later, push, and my wife was still asleep. Finally, I woke her up after the third time. I said, "There's something bad wrong." She goes, "What's wrong?" I said, "Come look in this toilet. You'll know. I mean, it's just solid blood, you know." And she goes, "Oh my God, let's go to the emergency room." So we went to Gulfport. And they got me right back there, and they went to do a CAT scan to see where that bleeding was coming from. And while they were in there, they seen that mass on my left kidney.
Wow.
Great. Then they scared the hell out of me. He said it was on my liver too. I'm like, well, y'all might as well just shoot me right here, right now. I'm done.
Yeah.
Then they come back and say, no, your liver's fine, man. You know, like, make up your mind, please. You know. So anyway. Yeah,
that was the one thing I wanted was to be clear on the liver. I don't want anything with liver or lungs, dude. If that's clean,
well,
okay,
I really got fortunate because he said I had a 98% chance that it would never come back.
Yeah,
you know. And then I was reading stuff about leakage and all while they're removing it, and I'm like, crap. You know,
did you have to do any chemo or anything?
No, matter of fact, he's seen me. Last time I seen him, he goes, all your levels look good and everything. I don't see no reason to put you on chemo or anything like that. Good. And they sent me home, and I'm fine. You know, good, so I'm really blessed that it worked out like that. You know, yeah.
Man, I'm glad that worked out for you.
I think he knew because I'm 63, and he told me, or I told him, you know, when he was first telling me, I says, do you mean I got to take chemo and radiation? He goes, nah. He goes, that stuff don't work on kidney cancer. He said just like that. I said, well, what you gonna do? He said, we're gonna cut it out. I went, oh, okay. And after the surgery, he said they get everything they wanted to get out. Everything should be okay. And then I had to check up, and everything was fine. So. But I told him straight up. I didn't have to tell him, but I would have told him I'm not doing chemo or any of that. That would just been the end of it for me. You know,
man,
I'm serious. I'm not going through all that. Not at my age. You know?
It's some rough. It's some rough stuff, dude. It could be a lot worse for me. I ain't even gonna lie. It could be way worse. I'm in there getting chemo, dude, and I'm sitting next to people that look like walking death.
Wow.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
And so it puts things in perspective for me. You know, yeah, it sucks, but it could be a lot worse. But I use that to tell people, my story. It happened for me where they found it really early in the game, and found it through blood, through a blood test. And I came up where I had low hemoglobin. And so they're saying, well, you're bleeding somewhere, and so we got the colonoscopy, and that's where they found it. And I tell people all the time, as men, we're really good at telling our wives and our women, in our lives to go get their mammograms, to get themselves checked out, take care of yourself or whatever. But you know what? We got to stop being hard-headed too, man. We got to take care of ourselves. If you hit the age of 45, and you've never had any issues with anything, it's time for you to go get your colonoscopy at 45.
Yeah.
Go get
I'm 48 years old and I haven't even got there yet.
Yeah, man. Go get it checked out, because honestly speaking, dude, it only takes them 15, 20 minutes. You sleep the whole time, you don't feel it.
Yeah.
Go get it done. Get it taken care of, man.
Yeah.
You never know, it could save your life, dude. Because I tell you what, that day changed my life. When I came out of that and they said you got cancer, I wasn't expecting to hear that.
Was
You
it
know?
in your colon or?
It
is
was.
that
It was
where
on the.
that-
It was in my ascending colon, which is on the right side. You know,
Okay.
if you think
Yeah.
about where your appendix is at the end of the ascending colon.
Sure. Yeah.
So basically, what they did was they went in there. The way that the colon is set up, you can't just go cut out a section of it. You have three. You know, you have different parts of your colon. They all do different functions. Okay, so the right side, they take the entire right side of your colon, the entire ascending colon. So if you remember looking in health class and you see the colon go up and then across and then down,
Yeah.
that whole side that's on the right side, they take that entire thing. So that entire, and it's all done, you know, with the Da Vinci robot, you know, so they make a couple incisions on your abdomen or whatever, and they pull it out. And then basically they reattach your small intestine to the end of your transverse colon, which is the one that goes across the midsection.
Right.
They reattach it there, dude, and then basically your transverse colon and your descending colon will then have to relearn how to do everything, but it works.
Okay.
You know, no, you don't have to do a colostomy bag or anything like that. They just attach it and put you on a low fiber diet because you want to give that colon a chance to heal itself before you start getting fiber and stuff in there irritating it.
Right.
You know, and so for me, they basically it was a bleeding tumor that was inside that ascending colon. They pulled the ascending colon out. So at that point, for all intents and purposes, I'm cancer free. But the suggestion was to do chemo because you're not going to get colon cancer again. But if we miss something microscopically and it comes back, they're going to find it somewhere else, and it's probably going to be stage 3 or 4.
Right.
So you have to decide if you want to do chemo, you can do it. If you don't want to do chemo, we're not going to force you to do it. You know, and hell, I'm just turned 51, dude. I got a lot of years left. You know, so let's go do the chemo. Let's give ourselves the best chance to not have any type of reoccurrence, and so that's what we're doing.
Right on. Yeah.
I that GI bleed I had. See, the last time I had a colonoscopy done, he said everything looked good, but you do have diverticulosis. You know, I said okay, and he didn't put me on a diet or anything. He just let me know I had it. So what the bleeding was from, like I said, the NSAID started it, but it's what they call diverticulitis. I had an inflammation attack wherever all that diverticulosis is at, and to the point of bleeding. And I mean, I was bleeding like a stuck pig, you know, and it was so bad to where I literally, you know, I hate to get this graphic, but you know how it is when you got to use the bathroom, or it feels like you do, and that urge you go. Well, after I passed out in the emergency room, after my CT scan, they were taking me to a room, and I had to go again. When I did, I lost enough blood where I passed out, and I hit my head on a wheelchair that they were going to pull me out of there in. And I was out. And next thing I know, I had all these medics in front of me trying to revive me and wake me up. Then I got to go stay the night in the intensive care unit. But and they had to give me a blood infusion because I had lost so much blood. And anyway, long story short, I sit there and held that urge for 2 days, just would not go. And then when I finally got the nerve up in a couple of days where I could get up without falling down and walk in there to the bathroom, it was still a little bloody, but it was not so much. And what it was just leftovers. It had already, they pumped me full of antibiotics to help the healing and everything, and never had no more problems. You know, but that scares the crap out of me.
Right on, man.
Hey, Troy V just said about his buddy. First, thank you, man. That we got it early. And unfortunately, I had the same situation. One of my managers at work, same thing happened, and it's kind of ironic. I don't know if ironic is the right word to describe it, but my manager, that he got diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer, and I spent a lot of time at work talking to him about his treatment and what he was going through. His was so bad that it did spread to his lungs and his liver. And he actually passed away 2 weeks before I started, or 2 weeks before I had my surgery. Wow. It was. And the thing about it was that we talked about so much of what he was doing and the regimen that he was doing. and how he felt and this and that and the other. And then here we come November or October, getting diagnosed with the same cancer and got put on the same regimen that he was on.
Wow.
And everything that we talked about, it was like he was preparing me for it. You know what I mean? So,
Wow.
Dang.
yeah.
Well, guys, let me cut in. I gotta bounce. Mr. Head out.
Yeah, we've been on here
Chatting with
gabbing,
you
man. It's
fellas.
time for us to get off of here, right?
Yeah, I got to get out of here too. I just uploaded a video. It finally processed, and I've got to get it set up. This company that is the sponsor, I've got to give them a link to it to let them look at it before I can publish it live. And it's sitting there, so I got to email them the link and make sure all of their links are in place and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave y'all with this, and I'm gonna get out of here. But fellas, go get your booties checked.
Yeah.
I want to thank y'all. I want to thank Russ and Alton both for jumping in. I just think that's just cool as hell. You know, when you're young like the three of us, not one,
Yeah.
but beginner channels.
Oh, okay. I thought you called me old for a second. I was like, hey.
It just means
I
so
know
much
I'm
to
old,
me.
so
Yeah, I'm the same age, Russ, but it just means so much that you know, you have the support from, you know, what I consider the people that are my mentors. You know, I try
Yeah,
to look
exactly.
for and try to learn from.
That's that dude.
No, that's those
Russ's
dudes.
videos is the one that got me back into all this. You know, I gave it up years ago. I was just destroying food, and I started watching his videos at the suggestion of someone else, and I was just like, "Wow, this is how you do it." So,
Yeah,
I want to thank you all a lot. You just have no idea what it means to me
Yeah,
for y'all
thank
to
you.
do that.
For sure.
We definitely appreciate it.
And any help we can give, I know I'm all for it, dude. I'm all for it. So
oh yeah, me too.
hit me up. You know, you guys can reach
That's
me
what
on
I do on my
Instagram,
channel.
email, or
I
whatever.
give away everything. I don't hold no secrets, you know,
There's
unless
no
it's
secret.
like I had that one video. I said we're not going to tell you what's in the sauce because my son has visions of maybe marketing that one day. So he said, "Don't give that away." I'm like, "Come on, that's what I do. I give stuff away."
Yeah, me too. I give all my recipes away.
That's
Yeah.
that's good. You soak your toes in it to get that right flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Let me join you guys tonight. And hey, man, Russ, you're looking great, brother.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm sitting there. I look terrible, man. I'm definitely looking my age. Definitely looking my age. I look at my videos 10 years ago and looking at them like, wow, how did that happen? You know,
I know that feeling, and I'm talking only 3 years ago. So yeah.
I see something last year. I was like, damn, I was a little bit more skinnier.
oh, I was a lot skinnier. There ain't no doubt, man.
That just means you're cooking
Now,
well.
now I'm retired and I'm scared to eat anything because I'm like, I don't need to get no fatter. I'm already fat enough, and I shouldn't weigh anything no more than I eat. I eat once a day, and I think it's not the quantity; it's what I'm eating. You know.
Yeah.
Shit, I'll start my diet tomorrow.
And tomorrow you'll say, I'm starting it tomorrow.
Exactly.
I tell my son, I said, shoot me from here up. They won't know if I'm fat, skinny, or built. You know.
Yeah, just give me a headshot. Just a
Here,
headshot.
up.
Yeah, you can look at my head though. Sometimes some of them videos this out here like this. Yeah, he's fat.
Look at that triple chin. You know, you can tell right away.
Hey, it's a sign of wealth and being fed well.
Yeah, we eat good.
There you go. All righty, fellas. I'm gonna get out of here, man. You guys have a great week.
Yeah, me
And
too.
again,
Yeah,
dude,
me
No,
too.
thanks,
if
Lance.
y'all need anything, hit me up.
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
See y'all.
See you guys
All right,
later.
guys.
Y'all take it.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
All righty.
It's a good turnout, boys.
It
Hi,
was.
boys. We
See
did
y'all.
great, man. That was
Yeah,
that
it
was,
was great, man.
that was rock.
Yeah.
I think we made a name for
dogs in the
ourselves
channel,
tonight.
man.
I think we were steadily making a name for ourselves.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that was great advice. I mean, I'm sorry for keeping you, John, but that